Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blind Wave Podcast. We're live Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/blindwave. How's everyone doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Chat looks excited.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
This corn is good.
This corn is delicious.
I love
Thank you,
it.
Eric.
You're welcome. It's the secret of microwave corn on the cob.
Yeah, we just
You
had
put-
some lying around the office.
I've never had microwave corn on the cob.
You put one ear in,
How do I?
wrap it in a wet paper towel, 5 minutes, perfect.
It works pretty well.
Yeah. Throw in a little butter, a little sea salt.
Sea salt.
It's
Oh, we had-
surprisingly similar to how to get a glass bottle of like your favorite soda cold in the freezer, like instantly.
Really?
Wrap a wet paper towel around it, put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes, fridge cold.
Yeah. If you guys are noticing, exercises are disabled.
What?
Exercise redemptions are for winners.
Oh.
For winners!
The winners, what did they lose?
Well, there's been a hint hunt that's been ongoing since Monday. But we'll talk about that later.
Is that why you guys keep filming me eating corn?
It is.
We should talk about that like 2 hours and 48 minutes into the podcast, Rick.
2 hours and 48 minutes?
So you guys stay later?
Oh, never mind. I want to stay later. Never mind. Maybe we'll do it earlier than that.
I am going to be streaming Ghost of Tsushima after the podcast today, though.
Today,
My normal day is Saturday. I cannot do it on Saturday, so I am making it up today.
I'm going to say you should continue to not have exercises on.
Do you think that's
You will get all the brunt.
good for my health?
That's good for your health.
That might be wise. But that's going to be a good time. That has been a fantastic video game that I'm absolutely loving, to the point where I feel like it's detrimental to the stream because I just do everything. I just do everything.
It's hard to not do something if it's there in front of you.
As I'm on the way to do something, I do something else.
Yep.
5 or 6 times.
Best.
That happens to me in open world games all the time.
Yeah, I was stacking rocks last night.
Really?
In Valhalla, yeah. But it was first try. It was great. 'Cause
Nice.
When I do this by myself, it takes me 50 tries. Rocks keep falling down. I'm like, I'm not a fucking Viking, you know? And kick them off I throw them off the cliff, but they reappear. Anyway, last night, first time, it was fantastic.
Can you hear him now?
Can you hear him now?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Is that better? Maybe?
Hello, computer.
Hmm.
Let's use the keyboard.
What's your guys' favorite vegetable?
Corn.
It's
Is it corn?
It is probably corn.
Mine might be corn.
I like corn.
Corn or potatoes.
I like
really
corn-fed
potatoes as
beef.
Like, I like asparagus, but sparingly.
well. How is that a vegetable?
I don't know. Asparagus is pretty good too, though.
Yeah, it's pretty
Get
good.
some like fried asparagus. You salt it,
Yeah.
I like-
pretty good.
like pan fry it.
I like carrots,
It's an IT reference and a Star Trek reference.
fried carrots.
I mean, I actually like broccoli. You know?
Steamed broccoli is really good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Even, you know, I mean, I know that anything's good if you just put butter and salt and pepper on it, but just broccoli in general, I'll just eat broccoli.
I like a barely burnt broccoli
Yeah.
is really good.
like seared.
I
Yeah,
like to say,
seared.
you know, I like myself a good potato, but it's not that I like potato. I like all the shit on potatoes. You know?
Sure.
Just
Like the
eating a
bacon
potato
bits
is not
and the
great.
Sour cream and the salt and the butter.
Calvin, is your application running
Can you hear yourself? Is that OXLR open?
and everything? Because
I didn't have the Sonic one to test you with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're switched on over here.
He's pretty loud anyway.
I mean, panel's running.
What does it say connected on the bottom?
I got that Kirby song stuck in my head, but with Eric chewing.
Oh, okay.
Well, the corn's good. Tell you what, when we did the hint, that corn was not fully cooked.
It was not. It's your fault though.
And I had corn in my teeth all day,
Okay.
and we had to redo it.
We should, because that was the favorite part of my week,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so while they figured that out, we'll talk about the favorite parts of the week. As you guys, there's going to be some people that are extremely confused right now. What the fuck is with this corn? There's a hint hunt going on, and I got here, what, was it Monday?
Monday.
We're about ready to start, and I was like, oh, Rick, do you need to get hit hunt going? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, well, what do we need to do? What happened?
Well,
Can you explain it?
So, yeah, you ask if it was ready to go. I was like, no, there's still a couple things I need to do. You were like, what's that? Well, first of all, I reach over here and I pull up. I need to cook this corn.
And I went.
He did.
I had no idea what the hit hunt is. It's not the thing you expect. I thought, like, I gotta do some math. You know, I gotta go consult a ancient tomb or a cemetery somewhere in Florida. You know, no. He goes, I gotta cook this corn. Yeah, that was one of the best parts of the week.
That was a highlight.
Absolutely.
Ow. Can you hear me?
Looks like he's spiking. He can maybe go a little
Can
louder.
you all see me?
Whew.
Max it out.
Yes, Calvin is better now. There we go,
Yay.
Calvin. Yay, Calvin. Yes.
Calvin, eat into your mic in glory.
Hype
I don't know,
train's
might have been
going on
glitchy,
right
yes.
now.
It was running in the tray.
Thank you, everyone, for that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
What's everyone been up to for the week? Anything new going on or anything?
As always, I had bad movie night this week.
Yes. Yes.
And there's been some winners, but I think this week's movie has been their favorite so far.
Yep.
Which I disagree, because they say that it's the best bad movie we watched so far. But we watched Neil Breen, and I think those are better.
Okay.
But we watched a Red Brown classic, Robo-War.
They're also using a different scale than you, Rick.
The wrong scale is what.
It's inverted to yours.
I don't know if that's exactly true, because like I don't think under anyone's scale other than mine, Robo-War could be seen as a good movie. It is a action movie that is as much of a ripoff as Predator as you could possibly be, with a little bit of Rambo-Cop and a tiny bit of Rambo thrown in.
That's a weird mixture.
Accurate.
It's an Italian action flick starring Red Brown, who is amazing.
He is.
He's one of my absolute favorites when it comes to bad movies.
Who loves to scream.
He does. And so they had a good time with that. Actually, I kind of want to show the trailer for that movie. Aaron, I'm going to send this over to you. We don't have to watch the whole thing. I only want to watch like the very first bit of it.
Can I minimize this video of Eric just eating corn vigorously in my?
Yes, please.
Corn muncher.
I commit.
I'll
When I'm
pause
asked to do something I don't understand, I commit.
You did.
Get away from my corn.
This is gonna be the trailer you said.
Yeah, we don't have to watch the whole thing. I really only want to watch like the first, I don't know, 30 seconds of it or something. I think it'll work. It's probably a terrible idea, but it's important, and I feel like it should be shared with the world.
No, DeBaba. Can't do
Well,
that.
I love the thumbnail.
Wait, is it from the point that I'm at now?
No, start at the beginning.
Okay.
I love the point you were at. All right, I'm ready.
Oh,
So I'll put this on so I can hear it.
yeah, me too.
Let me know when you want me to hit play. Want me to hit play?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Uno mas.
I was making sure you're good.
1 second.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alfred Bray, dubbed Papa Doc. Sonny Peel, martial arts expert. His friends call him Blood. Quang, forward scout and point taker. And this is our coordinator,
This
Major
edit's
Murphy
not
Black.
great.
It's not great.
Look at that laser.
Oh my god.
What's he doing? What?
You saved that snake's life. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We don't have to watch the whole thing.
I say let's get ready for
Do you want me to pause it yet?
We're gonna start settling some accounts here.
Yeah, you can pause it.
Oh, he was hiding like a leaf.
Why was? He was just carrying a leaf. Rick, this I don't understand.
It
Dude,
is.
the very beginning, I will say, does not show like there's like this guy's a
I'm
martial
wearing
arts
hockey
expert. This
pads.
guy's this. I'm like, they're not showing me anything that they're doing to be like. The one guy's like, this is the marksman. And he's just like machine gunning into the nothing.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah, so Robo War, you can find it on Amazon.
Huh. This is a trailer?
Yeah, it is.
it kind of misses the mark.
I'd recommend not watching too much of the trailer.
His resolution's so bad.
It is very bad, Eric.
It's pretty bad.
Ooh, look at that effect. Oh, it's melting it.
And we should have finished it, Rick. Why'd you have to stop?
Oh my god.
Damn it, Rick. I feel like I'm missing out on something.
The only thing that really drags it down is there's a lot of footage of them walking through the woods.
Yeah.
And so, like, they'll play an entire track of a song of them walking through the woods, right? And then that track will end because they've been walking for so long. And then they'll start another track. And they'll continue to walk through the woods.
So you mean they finish the one song and they do another
Yes.
song?
Sorry, I kept watching.
It'll be like 10 solid minutes of them.
It's like the walking
through
goes on
junk-
for so long, they have to start a new song because it outlasted the song. So that kind of drags it down a little bit, but otherwise, it's quality stuff.
I feel like this is spoiling some stuff.
It definitely is. Yeah, you should not watch the rest of the trailer
I'm watching it.
if you want to watch the movie.
I don't.
I don't.
Which you should. You should.
I won't remember. Man, he's trying to flex as much as he can. Damn.
Yeah. Wednesdays, always a highlight watching bad movies.
This robot's vision is so bad. It's like he went down to like 180, 140p, you know?
It's like he's looking through a Virtual Boy,
Yeah.
but a Virtual Boy with like molasses all
Oh
over
my
the
God.
screen.
It is.
It's amazing.
Oh, they should that title again. Okay, I'm turning it off. Had to turn it off.
Yes.
It's off.
I have to turn it
I
off.
spent $13 for that movie.
Well spent.
Worth every penny.
Was it?
But it's remastered on Amazon too, man. Like I'd never
I
seen
don't
it
think
that
you can
good.
I don't think you can make it better. Rick.
Oh, it looks so
I
good.
think
You don't even know.
You can remaster that if you film it and call it.
I had to
Predator
watch
with
the other
Arnold
Reb
Schwarzenegger.
Brown movie, Cage, out from a VHS. That's not easy to stream on Discord.
You're trying to stream a VHS through Discord.
It's not easy.
Oh man. Well, me for this week. Anything that's been interesting going on? I had Pokemon Snap. I enjoyed. We mentioned before that we had a hint hunt.
Mhm.
I did my hint hunt just sitting out by the. I did my YouTube video just out in our main reaction set area.
Yep.
And when I was done with the stream, I looked and like in hint hunt, they're like, they spent like 30 minutes or something looking at my video to find out that there was a credit for a person from Lost.
We had just watched Lost.
I was like, because like we
good
had
job,
it
they
before,
found it.
and they ignored it before, and another time
Yeah.
they caught something on, and this time I'm like, I'm just gonna film in here, and they're like, what is it? What is it? And there was nothing there.
Great.
I was like, oh man. So yeah, so that was kind of funny. I had fun with that. And Pokemon Snap's been fun too. Got some new stuff this past week.
Nice.
Unlocked some new levels and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think I have like 1 or 2 more weeks that I'm gonna play it to kind of like try to get everything unlocked and see what things there are there and whatnot. So.
It's called Robo War.
Yes. Robo War. We need to make that
One word.
a like a chat bot thing that happens automatically, where it's
Yeah.
like Rick's bad movie pick, and this should just be a list of 5,000 things,
All the
and it
ones that you
randomly
talked
picks from
about.
one. I did think about, like, I should write a book, like the 100 worst movies of all time and why you should watch them.
Yeah.
Or
I'd
or
read
not
that.
watch
I'd
them.
probably read that book.
Buy a book.
Sell on Amazon.
You should just make a list, Rick. It's just a top 10 or top 100 list.
Yeah, but
Not a book.
Can't sell that on Amazon.
sometimes I need to, like, explain
Yeah.
why it's good.
You can. They do that.
On a list?
Yeah, all the time. You explain why it's this point in this list.
Yeah, but where does this list go?
I don't know, wherever. On our website, I don't know. It could go in a video. I don't know. It could go anywhere. You can even have it split up. Here's 100 through 91. And you 90 through 81. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
I have notes from different bad movies I watched of like, I'll give them ratings, like who of my friend group has seen them, so I know like who hasn't and who I might need to rope in order to
Keep
expose
track.
them to.
I gotta convince these people.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good time.
I
Bad movies are the best.
don't know if I had too much else this past week going on or anything. Nothing I can think of. I feel like it's been a pretty tame week. About you, Calvin?
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. Not a whole lot going on.
I'm missing a lot of my skin.
Huh?
So that's something.
What?
I started doing the punching bag again.
Oh.
And so my
I got
knuckles,
sunburned.
my feet.
Talking about skin, I got sunburned on my shoulders and stuff. That was kind of bad, but it wasn't as bad as I had it that one time. One time I had it, it was like all my back, and it felt like little bugs biting me under my skin. It was
Yeah.
like the worst week of my life.
When you get itchies after a sunburn, it's the worst
It's terrible.
because you can't
But
scratch it.
It didn't even feel like it was itchy. It just felt like there was bugs. It only helped when I was
Like prickly?
in. It felt like bugs biting me, but it was like under my skin, and I couldn't get to it. So I'd be in the water, and I'd just be like,
Do that thing that Eric did
like-
with poison ivy.
Eat it. What'd you do with
No.
poison ivy?
You just put it under really, really hot water,
Oh,
and then the pain went away.
well, you build it up to hot
ecstasy
water
as well.
Yeah, and the ecstasy. You have to do ecstasy when you do the hot water,
Oh,
right?
No, when you put it under hot water, like you slowly get the water hotter and hotter over the poison ivy, and it just like it sends like chills up and down your body.
I thought it was like
Oh.
an immunity you build up, where like you ate poison ivy, and then
Yeah.
like you're not poison. It's not
No.
poisonous to you anymore.
Every time you get poison ivy, supposedly you're
I wonder if
more
anyone's
likely to
done
get
that.
it worse.
Every time you get it, you can get it worse.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
How to try that?
It's like a reverse poison then. Some poisons, like the more you kind of put your body exposed
Yeah.
to it, the less you'll get it.
It's like arsenic.
What about it?
Arsenic is not something that you can build up an immunity to. It just stays in your body for such a long time. You can give someone small doses over like a year, and it finally builds up to be enough to where it's toxic, and they just die.
Mercury works like that too, right?
I
Cal-
mean,
Calvin, why'd you-
most heavy metals do that, but arsenic is something that's a little harder to
Why do you know this,
trace.
Calvin?
Homeschool?
What's your mom teaching you?
Not to
Whatever
eat
she wants.
apple cores. That's what she's teaching us.
Avoid anyone who has arsenic.
How's my week? My week, ever since the pandemic happened, everything shut down, I had to kind of change my habits of collecting. I don't want to just be going everywhere looking for things. So much fun of collecting with my collection is getting it retail and not aftermarket. And yeah, I can't stay on, like, I'm not gonna go to eBay and pay 7 times for it just because
Scalpers,
it's in
man.
demand now. It's like, so either you have to get it, or if you're gonna go aftermarket, you have to get it like 2 years later when no one wants it. You know?
Sure.
So part of the challenge of the pandemic was like, okay, how do I handle some of these crazy ones? And the crazy ones that happened recently was Target exclusives, which suck because we do not have a Target.
Nope. Closest one
And-
is like an hour and 40 minutes away.
Yeah, and like if you're not like there getting them, as they come out, you can do like, well, you have to wait until the store gets it, and then you can do like store pickup. But our store is, it's in Lancaster.
Yep.
It's 90 minutes, So I had to be like, all right, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I found this one Discord, and they like taught me the tricks on how to like get stuff as soon as it comes out, even beating bots. I got it.
You're saying what we need to do, Eric, is we need to open a department store
Yeah.
and just order these things wholesale.
And then resell
Feel like
them.
we could take some pictures downstairs, and people would think we had a department store.
Like, how many? All right, we're gonna ship these out. How many you need? One of each. That's it. Yep. That's all
Yeah.
we need.
I
We're a
use some
small
tricks,
store.
ones that I will not reveal, because you can't have too many people doing this, or else it doesn't work. But I brought them because I'm super happy with these ones.
Ooh.
So the first one I have, this is the new Clone Wars. It's the Black Series figure, but it's in Clone Wars marketing. This is Hawk, one of the clones. He first appears in the Clone Wars movie. So I got Hawk.
Nice.
I got. This is very relevant right now with the Bad Batch. This is ARC Trooper Echo.
Nice.
Which this is like one of the best looking figures I've ever seen. I absolutely love it. And then rounding out the two, the four, is Generals Kenobi and Skywalker.
Hey.
Oh, and I was so happy with these ones.
Very cool.
Nice. So you got everything you were looking for?
I got everything I was looking for, and I'm part of a lot of like collector Facebook pages or on Twitter or whatever. Everybody has 1, 2 or 3, but no one has all 4. I got all 4.
Nice.
I was so happy. So that was... These finally came in. I was very, very, very excited. And I got them retail, baby.
That's
Only $2
especially
each.
good.
Getting one over on the scalpers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, he only had to punch a kid once, but got it.
That was unrelated, though.
Shoot, that was one of your secrets, wasn't it?
It's not about how many times; it's how hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't take another man's.
This is my toy. Could you imagine that? This 10-year-old just like, oh, look at the last Obi-Wan. And you're like, get out here, kid. That's cool. No, I like that.
That's cool.
Clone Wars looks really cool.
Yep. So they'll go up on the shelf, stay there forever, or until you guys kick me out. And then try to take it, and then I come in and I kill myself in front of it, and then I'll never leave because I'll haunt you.
So you just want to haunt your Black Series?
Yeah.
Like whoever gets it, like we take it off to
Yeah.
that one guy, and he's selling to other
Yeah.
people. You're haunting everyone who ever
I
had
have
your
like
Black Series.
3,500 Horcruxes in each one.
You're like
That's-
gonna cause so many people's basements to flood.
Oh well. I totally am.
And yet that one thing is the only thing that's not water damage.
Well, that's really good. I like that. There's I saw some new stuff of well, we had the teaser we did.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Like kind of like pain his back. Whatever it was.
Yeah,
We had a teaser. It was for Cobra Kai.
for Cobra Kai.
Mhm. It's up on the channel right now.
Years. So that was really good.
I am unreasonably excited.
I think I'm very interested to see what they do with it, and I hope it fits and does well. I think it will. I think it'll fit very well.
I think it will somehow be even better than my expectations.
I'm looking forward to that like a child looks forward to Christmas.
Yep.
Very good.
I really am.
If you haven't watched Cobra Kai, you should check it out, especially if you like the Karate Kid movies. And if you haven't seen our reactions, they're pretty fun too. I think we had a good time watching those. Like they're just great.
Tremendous.
Speaking of things coming back, though, apparently the Rugrats are coming back. Did we talk about this?
What?
Apparently the
I thought
Rugrats
they
are
got
coming
old.
back on Paramount.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we talked about that when we were talking about Paramount Plus.
Yeah, but I guess they revealed some stuff for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They have like a claymation-y look to them.
Oh.
Okay.
It's really weird.
Do that.
I don't know if I like it.
If you get a picture or something, I can show the
They
people.
already grew up. And it wasn't as good. I like when those babies are
Here's
babies.
This is some website, but it shows
Yeah.
like Tommy Pickles before. It looks all weird, and then Tommy
Oh.
Pickles now is like this claymation-y look.
Yeah.
that looks
That's some bullshit.
that looks
man.
weird. That's like
I don't like that baby.
flushed away.
And then let's see
The
if they
hell
have-
does Stu
Yeah,
look
and then look, this is
man?
like Angelica down here.
Hmm.
No, Aaron.
Oh, it's shiny.
No. No.
Like I don't know.
What?
It just doesn't.
It looks better in motion, but no.
I don't think I like the claymation-y look that it.
It's like
Baby, gotta do.
In motion, it does have a better look to it. I think overall.
it looks more like the original show.
Baby,
At
gotta
least.
do.
You know what I
What I've
mean?
seen of it.
To invent babies.
But it just doesn't feel right. The house looks right.
I mean, I always felt Rugrats looked a little weird anyway.
Yeah, I mean it was '90s animation, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think I might have to watch it some to see. But I might also
White
just be.
spike, China green. Oh my God, they're super.
Well, now I have to watch this movie in order to see. Why?
Is it a movie or is it a
It's
show?
maybe a TV show. I
Oh, it's
think,
a
right?
show. Okay.
Is it the same voice actors?
It sounds like Phil and Lil.
Yeah.
No, I'm not actually.
Gotcha.
It's called Rugrats Adventures.
And it was only a little terrible. He's a goner. He was so young.
Sounds like Phil and Lil. Chucky sounded different.
Over time.
Streaming May 27th.
Dude,
So today?
Stu Pickles doesn't look good.
So it's out today.
I guess it's out today. Look what you've done.
So I don't know.
Anyway, go see
just-
that.
I don't know.
We are sponsored today by Rugrats from Paramount.
That is not true.
Agent J says same voice actors.
That's good.
Phil and Lil definitely sounded like whatever her name is. I can't think
Yeah.
what it is, but I've heard her in a lot of stuff. She does. She did the Twilight Children in Clone Wars and stuff too.
Sure. I mean, I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it. There'll probably be if there's new fans of Rugrats, good for them. You know.
Sure. I mean, I grew up with Rugrats. I loved it, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I,
know,
mean, I might watch it.
Like Reptar.
I might actually watch it. I don't know.
I'm a Reptar fan.
Yeah, the thing that's tempting me towards Paramount Plus would be the Frasier continuation.
Yeah, that would be
Frasier.
cool. Frasier.
I really like Frasier.
Frasier Crane.
Really good. Kelsey Grammer. Awesome.
So, I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes.
Aaron, did you see that they confirmed that the Sanderson sisters are coming back?
Next Halloween, right?
Yep.
Not this Halloween, but next Halloween, they're supposed to be coming back. We mentioned that a little bit, I think, last week, maybe it was, which is cool. I mean, I love it. I'm hoping that it does well and they do it well. I don't know. Like, it doesn't really need a sequel, but them doing one, I hope it's fun and I enjoy it because I love Hocus Pocus. I don't know why. I love Hocus Pocus. I love that I Put a Spell on You song. They do. It's great.
Yeah.
I really liked the Come Little Children song, which, like, when I watched as a kid, I didn't know, but I later realized that's an Edgar Allan Poe poem.
Supposed to be based on an Edgar Allan Poe poem.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So, yeah. No, I'm excited for that. There's lots of things they're bringing back. Kind of goes with, like, that one movie we watched where they're like, there's no new ideas now. Everything's just rehashed. I was like, I guess so. But then we also watched another movie where I'm like, I've never seen this before.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this movie?
That was one of the best parts of the week, but I can't talk about it.
Yeah, I know. I want to talk about it too. There's some other things too I want to kind of mention, but
You'll have to save it for next week.
I also don't want to go into it because if someone hasn't seen that movie, I want them to watch
yeah,
it
you don't
and have
want-
no idea
exactly.
what's going on.
Watch the movie first.
You need to keep track like Rick does in his bad movies on who knows what.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard to talk about things where I'm like, this works so well if you have absolutely no idea what you're watching.
Yeah.
Because I also watched it with Melanie, and she had no idea what we were going into. And she said almost verbatim the same exact things that I was saying, you know? And it was just great.
Yeah.
I was like, you're saying all the same things I thought? I don't know. So, very excited. Very good. We did earlier today the Sonic 30th anniversary. They had some different things that they announced on there.
Yep.
But we are approaching like E3, so we're going to be having some more video game stuff coming out here over the next few months, maybe more so than what we've had lately, because we often have like video game playthroughs and that kind of stuff too. But we'll be looking into like what new announcements are coming out, reacting, discussing. We have E3 week coming, which is going to be all digital.
Yeah.
So we might be able to have some like playthroughs of demos or some different things. So.
Yeah, like I'm excited for a lot of things that like have been announced I want to know more about, or things that might be announced, but really I'm just curious to see what E3 is going to be like.
Yeah.
Like how's it going to work?
Is it just going to be I don't know.
Yeah, like what's the streaming going to be like? I know they have like an app or something that they're developing and you have to like sign in through and stuff, but just really curious to see how it works. And is that going to be the future of E3 and the future of like conventions? Or are they going to go back to how they were?
Like if this works well for them, is there a point for them to go back to the old E3 route rather than doing it all digitally?
Yeah.
No.
Which this one, I think they're giving it's free for the public, right? Which normally is not the case if you like actually want to go to E3. Like you'd have to pay if you could get in at all. But a lot of like the press conferences and stuff that happen during E3 you can watch for free normally. So I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of what we talk about with like movies, right? When like they were doing more digital movie stuff and releasing like
Whether they
Mulan
do it
and
in
releasing
the
Black
theaters
Widow
anymore.
and stuff. It's like, yeah, so is that something that they're going to continue? Is it worth it to keep it in theaters? Are they going to go a digital route? You know, I mean, nowadays, like you don't really need to have those direct to video. You can have direct to streaming.
Yeah.
You know, like how many times where it's like, oh, this was a direct to video kind of movie here, when it's like a sequel to like a Aladdin. The two Aladdins after the first Aladdin were just straight to VHS. You know, they didn't do any theater stuff. But now you can just put it on streaming services. But is it better to do that with just movie theater movies instead? Like, let's not put it in theater, put it in that. But so far, it seems like it's not. I don't think they're getting the money back that they want to out of those.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So we'll have to see what they do with conventions and stuff, and if they decide that it's just as worth it to do it this way, or if it's more worth it to do it the other way. Like they probably sell less merch and stuff too from some of those conventions doing it digitally.
Oh, I
imagine
imagine so.
right?
Yeah.
Because there's something about like when you're there, being like, you know, what,
Sure.
that looks really cool. I'm gonna buy it. It's more impulse. It's why they put candy bars at the damn checkout lines. So you just grab a candy bar, like, damn, that looks good. I'm getting it.
And Pokemon cards.
Exactly. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what they decide to do. And it might not be all conventions. It might kind of vary. You know? Maybe Star Wars Celebration keeps going like it does, but E3 changes and doesn't.
Maybe.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, because, I mean, E3 has had a bumpy path anyway.
Sure.
Like, it's come and gone.
Yeah, and it might turn into more of like maybe Nintendo just does their directs, not tied to E3. PlayStation does their stuff, not tied to E3. Like, that's different, I think, than like Star Wars having like all these different avenues of Star Wars stuff, bringing it all together. Now we're going to show off this panel, this here, we're going to do that, you know, selling toys and everything. Like, E3 is just a little different.
Yeah.
And it used to be more about like media, right? Like, it's gone back and forth between like being just for media and people in the industry,
people,
being public, you know. So they've been through a few ups and downs. So I'm curious to see what they decide for sure.
And this time too, like, even though it's free to stream, there's still things where media can book presenters and exhibitors to like have behind the scenes interviews or conversations with, to have that like exclusive coverage sort of deal. So
Yeah.
be really interesting to see. I'm excited for it.
I always find it interesting, like, you know, a company that is releasing its information is like, all right, here's what we're releasing and nothing else. But they also will, like, you know, let's say, like, you know, you're promoting a movie. It's like you have your trailer and you might have some, like, you know, have put some articles out about casting or something, but you don't want anybody to know anything else. But then you send your stars out on press, and they're on the late night shows, and they're on here, and every question, so what can you tell us? And I'm like, whoa, I mean, it may be for problem, I might give more, so make sure you watch it all, you know?
Sure.
But you're not going to get anything else, you know? Those people will be shot if they say anything, you know? So it's always like a funny, interesting, like, back and forth of, like, you're not really going to get anything, but you better watch just in case, you know?
Sure.
Well, that was like Mark Ruffalo, right?
Yeah.
How many times they had him out there with like whatever movie it was he was promoting at the time. They got just wait till the next one. Everyone dies, and they're like, shit. And then like they play that up, and then it just became a thing that he would just say,
Sure.
and no one would believe him for all you know?
Yeah.
Like, is he telling the truth? Is it really? That seemed legit.
It was like with Tom Holland too. He's just known for like saying too much and getting in trouble. you
Yeah.
know?
No, I think Don Cheadle was there. He's like, dude, I don't know, man. You're a fucking. I ain't saying shit. You're on your own. You know, like he acted like it was. It was so good. So, I don't know. It'd be that's a thing where you just watch because you want to get all the information you can sometimes. But it's weird because like for me, like I don't watch those because I don't want all the information I can.
Yeah.
most of the time.
I actively have to stay away from
I'm like,
them.
I don't want this stuff.
It's like I have to stay away from them, and I have to cut off certain avenues of people contacting me.
Sure.
It's like, just don't talk to me. You're gonna say something. You're gonna think it's innocent. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be mad.
Yep.
It is fun to go back though. Like I've done it a few times for like different movies I love.
Yeah.
Like I'll go on a YouTube trip and see how did they promote this.
Yeah.
Like how did Jean-Claude Van Damme talk about Time Cop and like what
Yeah.
what clip from it did they show on this show and this show and this show?
Sure. I do that with like trailers that we didn't watch, and people are like, "Don't watch this one; it spoils you." And then I'll watch the thing, and then I'll go back and watch the trailer. I'm like, "What? Everyone knew that? That was the best part of watching the movie, you know?"
Yeah.
But there's also the catch-22 of like, well, we're a reaction channel, and trailers are really good for getting new people to check us out, maybe subscribe, maybe stick around, watch some other stuff.
It's a very small
It's the foot in the
time
door.
commitment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you gotta like pick and choose what you're gonna do, what you're not gonna do.
The thing too with like movie trailers, especially when they're in theaters, is that line of I like having a reaction for a trailer is the only time they're gonna see my reaction for this movie. But then there's also like what is my enjoyment for the movie when I go in and I'm like, I already knew everything to expect, nothing caught me off guard. That's because I watched 5 trailers that showed basically all the twists of the movie and I wasn't surprised anymore about anything, you know, and that happens a lot.
Now we have this like other thing that's happening, which is like, well, we got a taste of being able to just watch movies and do reactions to them, but things are going back to the theater, so you can't do that for everything. So then you have to decide, okay, do I want to see it now so I don't get spoiled, or do I want to see it a couple months from now when it comes out home release, and then we'll react, but you might have gotten spoiled about something.
Yep.
Like, you know, Fast and the Furious, right? That's a big franchise that we're kind of catching up to.
Yeah.
But if like that was coming out so we could watch it as a reaction as it came out, we might have been like, all right, let's fucking work hard and get all that done. But we're like, oh, you know what? We'll just hold off, do it as it comes out, and then hopefully we're caught up by the time the home release happens. I can't do that for like MCU or Star Wars.
Sure. Some of those movies are too big. Hell, you might not be able to do it Fast and Furious depending on how much gets talked about anywhere. But like, yeah, you know.
At this point, I don't think I would understand it even if I heard it. Like they would say characters and things that were like, I don't even know who that is.
It is funny that I've now seen up to Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And I've also seen the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw. And you're just kind of like, it's like that, like, connect the dots thing. And you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't work.
No, it's like step 1, step 2, question mark, profit.
Exactly. Well, what happened? So I'm most excited to fill in that gap.
Very much so. I look forward to that too. Just be able to discuss it and stuff.
So yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, you guys can check out this trailer. It's like, well, okay, let's just do it, or no, we're not doing that one. But we can generally trust like our editors or some of the other people that like know how we feel about certain things. They can be like, nah, don't do that one. But yeah, you could probably do that one.
Game trailers usually don't bother me so much, but I think it's just because games usually are so much longer.
True.
They have like more to pull from.
Yeah. Goddamn Assassin's Creed last night.
Dude, I watched some of your clips.
Did you? I've only had the game like break like that, like the one you're talking about last night. It's only happened twice, but I just stepped on the wrong piece of the straw roof and was just shot into space, and Ivor bonked off the top of the atmosphere and died. So that happened. But also just like, I'm like, all right, I'm doing these things called king missions right now. Like if I do these missions, the kings of this land will look at my patron with with respect, because these things are getting done. But there's also these kind of bonus things where like if you do this and this, you might get a couple extra rewards too. So like you need to go in and kill these 2 people. But the extra thing is like you can't be seen, or you can't kill anyone else,
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, don't kill anybody else, don't be seen. I can do this. And I climb up this one thing outside of a wall. I go across a wire on the wall. I'm being stealthy. I'm looking down. I'm like, okay, that guy has the jewelry I have to steal, and I can't kill anyone. Perfect. Come down off this building, slide into he's standing at the front of a door at this house. So I go in a window. I'm like, really, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna go right back out the way it came. And just randomly, it just said someone died, and I failed that extra thing. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I had people in chat like, what? Like, sometimes I miss stuff. Sometimes someone sees me, I didn't see they see me,
Yeah.
But this one, like, I didn't kill anyone. So did a rock fall down the mountain and kill someone accidentally? Did someone die of old age?
What happened?
It's ridiculous.
Why did it end?
I didn't get that extra trade supplies I needed to open trade up, get more armor.
In Ghost of Tsushima, I have a similar problem, but mine is completely self-done.
Yeah.
Where, you also get those bonus objectives, but for me, I'll get angry whenever the bonus objective is like assassinate 3 people or kill 3 people with fire.
Sure.
Because I'm playing honorably, like a samurai.
Yeah.
So I just don't assassinate people. So I'm like, God damn it, I can't do it.
What inevitably happens for me is I go and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this. All right, we're good. Oh no, better kill everyone.
Eric,
I run into the middle of town.
Yeah.
I scream, and then they all come to me.
Yeah.
Eric, you know what'd been crazy? Is if while you were doing that, can they climb up on rooftops too?
Yeah.
What if that's what happened? What if that guy like climbed up on a rooftop and just took off to space, and you're like, wait, who died? It's like he just went to space and died. Like he found the same glitch.
I didn't consider that, but maybe.
See, I thought I had it figured out because there was like a really big fat guy that was chasing after me to fight me. So I climbed up on this watchtower, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna be safe up here. And like, he's not wearing very much. Like, he doesn't have armor or anything like that.
Sure.
He just got this big old hammer weapon that he uses. I'm like, I'm safe up here, or he'll just come up and I'll just hit him as he's coming up. But then he just reaches like into his flesh and pulls out axes and just starts chucking them at me. I'm like, oh no.
They don't like you climbing up there.
Reaches
This
in
isn't
They
gonna
try to
work.
knock you down.
Where'd he have that axe?
I don't know. The little guys will climb up after you, and what will happen, which is terrible, and I feel so bad, is they'll come up and we'll be having this awesome duel up there, but then someone else will be down below, and if there's anyone near you on a watchtower or a lower elevation than you, like, it will give you the assassinate prompt where you jump off and assassinate them. So like, I'll be fighting this guy up here, and there'll be a guy behind me, but he's below me, and the game all of a sudden puts up the assassinate prompt. and I'll hit square to hit this guy, but then all of a sudden I just jump off and I stab this guy in the face. Like, no, that wasn't honorable. I'm sorry.
That wasn't honorable. So you will not assassinate anyone. You walk right up in front of them, draw your sword, and you begin to
I walk
battle.
in the middle of camp. I issue a challenge, which I can then one-on-one duel 2 people right now, but it will soon be 3 people. And then after that, they're just all there, and I just have to beat them.
Great if there was an option like you're playing an honorable run, but you've messed up and you want to reset. So you hit the button and you just stab yourself, and then you reset.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I might have to play this at some point.
I did spend 10 minutes trying to kick a guy off a cliff.
How is that honorable?
Well,
It was during it was during a duel.
So I climbed up this sheer, like, 200-foot cliff. And I'm shocked when I get up there because there's a dude just standing there. And in my mind, I'm thinking he's trying to, like, pee on me or something. So,
What?
so I'm
You
angry
haven't
at
played
this
Metal
guy.
Gear, Rick.
But he's just an NPC, and he's just looking. I'm like, I have this kick move. I wonder if I can kick him off this cliff. There's water down there. He'll survive.
Yeah,
Is it the
it's
Typhoon
a
kick?
mercy.
What?
Is it the Typhoon kick?
Yeah.
Oh man, Typhoon kick. I didn't get to use it as much because I always forgot about it. But you kick somebody and they literally like fold up into a U shape and they fly like 15 feet into the air.
It's a heck of a kick.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I could not hit him with it.
Oh, it's too bad.
It would have been hilarious, though.
The guy was facing the other way. It was so dishonorable.
But I was calling you out, Rick.
So,
I took
a lot of
pic-
fun.
I took
Now I'm going to be
pictures.
streaming
That's all
that
I did.
right after podcast.
Oh yeah, Rick's gonna be doing more Ghost
Yeah.
right after podcast. He won't be streaming Saturday, right?
Yep, that's
He's
correct.
streaming
Saturday.
today because he can't stream Saturday. So
You're starting at 5, right? Or
Yes.
very soon thereafter.
As soon as I'm able.
Yeah.
we're gonna end here.
I'm
He'll
going
be
to
starting
walk
at-
over there. I'm going to push some buttons, and we're going to go.
Awesome.
So make sure that you guys stick around after podcast. You guys can watch Rick try to kick guys off cliffs and stuff.
Yeah. The honorable way.
This fight is no longer honorable. That's how I read that. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
how he meant it, but that's I thought of when he said it. Oh man.
It was
All right.
crazy. Like this time next podcast, we're
Yeah.
not going to have any restrictions in Ohio.
Oh,
After June 2nd, right?
June
Is that the
2nd.
idea?
Yeah.
That's when they say they're removing all the
Ma-
regulations.
All the
and
COVID
stuff.
restrictions.
Melanie said there's some kind of like middle ground they're in right now, where like there's certain places where it's still required, but a lot of places don't. She said
Yeah.
she went to like Kroger and she's like, no one was wearing a mask. It was
Well,
weird.
yeah, it's just the state. Like the store can tell you to. They can ask you to do anything. You know, so long as to go in.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
Other than like restrict your rights or anything, but
Yeah, I know.
or discriminate.
yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
a thing going around too where like people were saying it's illegal if businesses keep you out because you're not wearing a mask, and like it's against HIPAA to have to show like that you've been vaccinated to enter and that kind of stuff. And I saw things going around like it's not like they're
You
asking
have to show
you
that you're
to show
vaccinated
information.
when you go to college.
If you go traveling somewhere and stuff, you might have to show it. Like it's not illegal for you to provide the information, but they can refuse. I mean, most businesses can refuse service to anybody anyway.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's only like that's more in like a governmental fashion kind of thing of
Yeah.
like refusing someone because of whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, so I was just looking at some of that kind of stuff too. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Shit, I gotta find where my card is.
I'm curious how many people will still like wear
bag.
masks out and about, and how long that's going to continue, or if it's going to kind of really.
I mean, I
Melanie
hope
said, like,
people always wear masks when they're sick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, that would be
my
great.
hope.
that's like
That
like
would be great.
that's like the Asian tradition that's been going on
Yeah.
lately, right? Like when they feel sick, they wear a mask to help protect others. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that's just kind of like
It's just courteous.
considerate.
It
yeah,
is courteous. Yeah.
So
But yeah, the day after the governor announced that they would be removing restrictions, I didn't see anyone wearing masks anymore. I was like, oh, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna skip the wait. Gonna remove restrictions on myself.
I was surprised. It's like, well, I kept seeing them. I kept seeing like, oh, you know what, people are doing pretty good. And then like, I feel like yesterday was the first day. It's like no one in here has a mask.
I went
know?
to CVS yesterday, and everyone had a mask.
Yeah. Maybe it's like certain spots, you know, like no one
Maybe.
gives a shit if they go into the Duke.
sure,
You know.
Oh yeah.
yeah, sure. So I don't know if businesses do the wear a mask or prove that you've been vaccinated
Sure.
thing. I don't know. I doubt that Walmart's going to do that. They're going to take the time to be like, you got your vaccination card or any of
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. But I like the idea of like if you feel sick, and you're going out, wear a mask. That way you can protect others.
Yeah.
That's the idea of wearing it, right? You're not wearing it because it protects you. You're wearing it because, like, if I have something, I don't pass it on and give it to other people.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the nice thing to do. But we'll see what happens.
And I'm sure, like, for the next years, like, anytime I'm like, oh, I'm around a lot of people I don't know, I'm always going to have, like, a mask in my bag or in my pocket, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop this one on here, you know? Just because I've been trained now.
Yeah, like it'll be different because it was something that like never happened in American society.
Yeah.
But like now it's been the normal for
Sure.
so long. So like
It could like jumpstart the process.
it could. Yeah.
I
Would be
wonder,
nice.
what was it, what was the one thing that, I don't know, was in the 30s where everybody was wearing a mask?
At the Spanish flu?
Spanish flu.
Well,
In certain cities,
it,
right?
it varied. So like in
Yeah.
California there were cities that wore masks and cities that didn't.
Yeah.
And like the cities that wore masks, it spread much, much, much less.
Sure.
And like
I wonder when that was over, how long did it take for people to stop wearing masks all the time? So were they immediately just like, all right, take them off,
Sure.
They check Twitter in the morning, we can take them off? I don't know.
Not sure.
Hmm.
I should learn about this.
Yeah, but it's gonna be strange.
Oh, there's some crazy sumo news.
Sumo news.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple high-level sumo who have been suspended for like breaking COVID quarantine restrictions.
Oh, okay.
Ryuden was one, and he is suspended for 3 tournaments. And so when you're suspended, like those count as losses for you, basically.
Dang.
So he's going to go from the top division down to probably Division 3. But the crazier one is Asanoyama, who was in Ozeki. He went to a hostess club, and you're not supposed to do that. And so he's getting suspended. They haven't announced how much yet, but if it's 3 games, 3 tournaments, which I can't imagine it would be less than, he'll go from Ozeki, which for thousands of years was the highest rank, but now there's a Yokozuna. He will go down to Division 2 or Division 3. So
Dang.
crazy.
That's a
Crazy
fall.
sumo news.
Crazy, Aaron. It's crazy. It's an Ozeki.
It's an upset.
I don't understand the Ozekis. I think I recognize the Yokozuna. What was it called?
Yokozuna.
Yokozuna.
Okay. I think I recognize that. That sounds familiar. The Yokozuna.
Which is crazy stuff with that too, because they're taking away like automatic elder stock for the greatest Yokozunas would automatically be able to like get money in retirement and have their own stables, but they're talking about maybe taking that away now. It's crazy. It's crazy in the sumo world.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy in the sumo world, guys.
Indeed.
He's not a Doseki.
No.
Ozeki.
Oh, Zeki. Ah. That's crazy. I don't know anything about it, Rick, but
I mean, it would be
I
like
don't know how much that changes sumo in general, but
it would be like I mean, who's a big player? Like a LeBron James,
sure.
right? Like if he did something and he had to go back down to high school and work his way back up to the NBA.
Oh, it's like Billy Madison.
Yeah.
All right. I
For
get
him
it.
to get the money, he has to get he has to go through all the classes.
Back to school.
Back to school.
All right, I get it now.
All
No,
right.
I would love to see LeBron now just dug on high schoolers.
But there's a lot of like money that they're losing out on and stuff like that. You know, it's
Yeah.
just it's crazy.
Well, very good, Rick. Any other news or anything that we have or anything going on?
I mean, there's the rumor about the Nintendo Switch Pro, which
Sure.
we'll probably hear about if it's happening during E3.
I imagine so. Like a Nintendo Direct. And
It's
then,
not
like I said before too, we talked about it a little during the Sonic 30th anniversary thing, but that there, like, it's been a thing that people have been saying. I think almost since like the Switch Lite came out. Like they were before that. Like they were talking about like there's gonna be a second version of the Switch. It's gonna be more powerful, this or that. Then the Switch Lite came out. It wasn't more powerful. It was less because the controllers are connected to it and stuff
Yeah.
too.
You had
and-
less space.
So like, I don't know. I'm curious to see if they actually do announce kind of like a Wii U, right? Like they had the Wii. The Wii U was like a middle ground between the next generation of the Switch. Like, will they have some kind of like upgrade like that? They did the same thing with the DS, right? They had the DS, Then they have the 3DS, which is like a new one. But then they also have the new 3DS.
Sure.
Like,
I would like to play Breath of the Wild in 4K 60 frames per second and not a mod.
Yeah.
sure.
Because people they're emulating it now and
Sure.
doing that. So whenever you see this high quality Zelda footage, you're like, well, they did that.
They did that.
Yeah.
That's not real.
They can't do it on the Switch. They do the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild. And
Really?
they have that run in 4K 60 frames a second.
Because the Switch just can't handle it.
I guess not.
See, and then too, like, will the games have to be different, or can the games run both? Because I doubt that Breath of the Wild on the Switch is probably ready to put into another console and just go to 4K, right? Like it's probably
I don't
needs
know.
something.
I don't
Maybe
know.
just an update. Maybe you could update.
Dude, that shit's
it.
magic. I don't know how that works.
Maybe.
So, I don't know. I'm just curious on like if they did want to do that. Like, I doubt that out of the box is prepared for 4K capabilities.
Dude, definitely when I was a kid and I had no idea how technology worked and I played a video game, I disbelieved they had a picture of every possible frame that you could do. So as you're playing, it's just pulling up new frames, new pictures that they like drew. I
So it was like
convinced
a
of that.
movie, but
Yep.
you chose the movie.
But you get to choose where you're going. I didn't understand like 3D environments or anything. I just figured, or 2D environments at that point. I just figured like everywhere I'm going, it's just a picture, and it's fully picture, and it's like a cartoon, but I'm controlling which way I'm going.
It's crazy.
I know I was a dumb kid.
The other crazy one is the rumors. Arc Technica is reporting that Valve will be making a Switch-like portable PC,
Interesting.
Nice.
which is kind of crazy.
Well, I
I look
believe
forward to that.
that'd come out before Half-Life 3.
Probably so. It's named the Steam Pal, P-A-L, like a buddy.
Yeah.
Previously known as Neptune.
People were like, a laptop?
Will begin appearing in September. No. Steam Pal. Let me see here. But it's supposed to be like the Switch, where it's something that you hold. There's like a screen on it. It's got analog sticks. It's going to have buttons. It's also going to have, I believe, their haptic feedback, like D-pad style thing that they have on their controller now.
So what's the difference of like it just being like a console versus like what makes it like a portable PC thing? You know what I mean? Like
You can hold it.
a PSP sounds kind of similar to what you're talking about too, or a Switch, you know. But like, what makes it more like a PC than it does? Like, can I write my essays on it, or like
Maybe the operating system, or maybe it has like a keyboard built in or something. Like it might be like a compact laptop or like a netbook or something, but with like Xbox controller chopped in half and glued to each side.
Says Valve is likely not
Yeah.
slapping an entire QWERTY keyboard on the system, but the company has packed in the standard array of gamepad buttons and triggers, along with a pair of joysticks and at least a thumb-sized touchpad, in addition to the device's touch-sensitive screen. It's in the prototype stage. Its features subject to change. We've seen, as we've seen with prototype VR hardware.
okay.
So it's like a tablet with a oh shoot, what was their control, Carl?
I think it's just a Steam controller.
There's like
Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Valve controller or
I
something
mean,
like that.
there's tablets that have like those. There's like a controller that like fits onto a tablet and it sits on the sides and it makes your tablet like a Switch.
Yeah,
Like, is it basically just gonna be like that? Like, is it just a tablet with like another thing you attach to it?
You can, this says, like, plug it into bigger screens via USB-C, kind of like you would with a Switch. But I think the big thing is, like, you can just carry it around like a Switch, but play PC games on it. Like, it'll have Steam running on it. Like, there are other companies that have super portable PCs, but it'll be interesting having one that's designed specifically for gaming and
handheld.
by Steam.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have to wait and see what they do, because I can't imagine, like, when I think of like a PC game, like, you can say that about most games, but that's because they're, you know, Hitman is on consoles and PC, you know, like, but like you go to a PC game, like, can I play World of Warcraft on this? Can I play StarCraft on this? Like, those are like PC games,
Yeah.
but they don't play, like, you can't play those with a controller, really. You
True.
know?
No,
You need
yeah.
like keyboard and mouse. That's why they're PC games, I feel like, because if they would play, like, Halo Wars played on console and on a PC, but like It's very different in the way it plays. Like you have
Yeah,
that
like-
hold A and select everything. It's weird. You know?
Before
Like,
Civ 5 came out
I
on
know.
the Switch, like I would play Civ 5 some with the Steam controller, and it worked reasonably well. Like it was no mouse and keyboard. And I wouldn't want to play a real-time game like that, I don't
yeah,
think.
like Civ is different. You know, it's you can play that on console. I think much easier than like
Yeah.
StarCraft or Age of Empires or something like
It's
that.
not real time. It's turn based, and you also have a track pad, like a track thumb pad. So it's like halfway between a thumbstick and a mouse.
Sure. So I don't know. I guess I'll be interested to see like what it really does and what it what it really looks like. I don't know.
How much chicken will it keep warm?
See, that's a big point too, right? Like, will it actually keep chicken warm?
That's the new selling point.
Doesn't sound like much.
Because I know of a PC coming out that's going to keep my chicken warm, and that's probably important to me.
Yeah.
And the big thing will be, and I would assume that the game would be installed on it and you would play it. Because like right now on the NVIDIA Shield, the tablet, and like even on phones and stuff, you can stream your Steam games
Yeah.
to different devices.
Sure.
That's the whole Stadia thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you stream the actual application to your device and play it off of that rather than installing it.
People use that. Did that come out?
Yeah.
I don't
Did
know.
that,
I
did
mean,
that change gaming?
It's the Steam Box, whatever it's called, does that same kind of idea.
Yeah.
It's
The Steam
streaming-
Link,
Yeah, Steam Link. It's streaming it from your computer that's
which I love.
connected on the internet. You know, it's
Yeah.
not actually stored
I
on
love
there.
my Steam Link.
So,
Gotcha.
you love the Steam Link?
I love it.
I always have problems with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I might as well just play this on my computer.
Hmm.
I don't know.
The only times I've ever had problems were games I would have had problems playing on just the PC anyway. Like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time I had a lot of problems with, but that was just it on PC that I had to fix.
I don't know. I guess like I could like I feel like I had better luck just plugging my computer into my TV and just plugging my USB into my computer, you know? Just
Yeah.
playing it that way.
Hmm.
So
You know, one thing I don't miss from E3 sometimes is the over-promising and under-delivering that goes on. Like, I remember when that Stadia came out and that trailer starts like, "Are you ready to change the face of gaming forever?" I'm like, I guess, you know.
Sure.
And then it came out, and I don't remember it. Like, I still game the same way. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
remember if it was an E3 thing or if it was like official PlayStation Magazine, but I remember, I think it was official PlayStation Magazine, but
Yeah.
They were covering Dark Cloud, and it was like the Zelda killer.
Yeah.
It's like I really like Dark Cloud, but it's no Zelda killer.
Sure. I mean, I've only done one game, I think, with not actually running it on my machine, but streaming it, and it was God of War. Did okay for the most of the whole game, except for QuickTime events when they got like really quick, and it was literally impossible. I had to brute force guess what was going to happen to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about because I want to go back and play. Since I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, like I want to go back and play some other ninja-like games.
Yeah.
And one of those I really want to play is Shinobi for the PS2.
Sure.
Because I played the demo of it back in the day, but I never actually had the game or played the game.
Yeah.
And it's supposedly like one of the hardest games of all time, and I want to challenge myself, but I'm like, I don't think I want to play that on PlayStation Now because surely it's going to require very precise timing, and I just don't trust it enough.
Sure.
But I don't know how to play it otherwise, other than buying a PS2 somewhere.
I have a PS2.
Well, maybe I'll buy it.
You can have it.
I don't think I have
You have
my
a PS2?
Yeah.
Why do you have a PS2?
It was
Did you have one? I
it
don't
was
know.
given to me.
I mean, I still have my PS3, but it doesn't read discs
I
anymore.
don't remember you ever saying about PS2 games or anything, as I was wondering.
No, actually, Rick.
I don't think you have my PS2, if that's what you're thinking.
Sure.
Because I gave mine to my cousin
Okay.
when I got my PS3 with the Emotion engine in it.
Man,
So
trying to remember where
unless
I
you
got
broke
this
into his
thing.
house and took it, it's probably not mine.
dude, I still have my original, what were 60 gigabyte PS3 or whatever. What was it? It was something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't remember how big it was. It was not very big. It was a very small, like, PS3 had like 2 sizes for their hard drives that if you got those ones also had backwards compatibility. And I have that still, but my disk drive, I think, either messed up or my hard drive messed up. I think my hard drive in it was messed up. Maybe was what it was. I can't remember. But it needed to replace something or another to be able to work. I still have like an old silver slim PS2. I think it works. I don't know.
I can't remember where else I would have gotten it from. I don't know. I have a mystery PS2. I have an original Xbox. 360. I have a 360. I have a PS2. I have a PS3. I have a PS2. 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 I have Xbox 360.
Well, now you're getting into the things that I
yeah.
believe you would have had.
Yeah. I actually played those consoles. I
Yeah.
never played a PS2.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You never talk about PS2 games. You had a PS2?
Oh.
If you'd have been like, I got a Super Nintendo, I'm like, what? Why didn't you play Mario?
I didn't have the game. I have the console. I just don't have any games for it.
So,
Oh,
but yeah, I don't know. I thought when you said Ninja, you're gonna say Ninja Gaiden or something like that. But
I really want to go back and play the original of that too.
You're right, Dababa. I do have your Xbox. I have Dababa's Xbox One.
dude, it is crazy to try to think about. Man, I had the PS3 and it was like the 60 gigabyte version. I'm like 60 gigabyte. I got SD card. I got an SD card sitting on Calvin's desk. Holds more than that PlayStation did.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot more.
Crazy.
It's
like
so much smaller.
The PS5s were like terabyte hard drives. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it seems so crazy to be like, 60 gigs, yes, everything I need. You know,
Everything I'll ever need.
Yeah.
Right?
And then you put in Metal Gear Solid, and it was installing on there forever. And,
For 8 hours.
I mean, just in that one game franchise, like Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, it's like a 70 gigabyte game.
Sure, that was also
you
on.
couldn't play that on that old console.
No, you couldn't. So that was just I don't know. But yeah, I remember installing Metal Gear Solid 4 on PS3 and just like watching snakes smoke for hours.
I remember that too. I think we
Hours.
were
It's just so
installing
silly.
that while we were talking about the previous game, right?
I don't know.
Because that's when we were like pre-recorded and then edited them.
I don't think you were around then. Not for PS. Not for Metal Gear
No,
Solid 4.
not for when you originally played it. I'm talking about when you had me play through.
Mm.
Like, I remember watching him smoke, and
That
we
may
were
have
talking
been.
about the last game.
That may have been, yeah. Whenever we went through before, I took Calvin through all of them.
Yeah. I wasn't around for that.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think you were
You're
around.
right.
For that,
You
Calvin.
fool. You're right.
So you're like inserting yourself into my history, and I'm like,
No.
oh, Calvin, I don't think you were there.
Trying to do it politely. I'm not sure you were there.
So yeah, just crazy.
Is it time to talk about corn?
We could talk about some corn. I
It
guess.
hasn't
Does anyone
passed
have
our
any? I think I
digestive
ate all
system
my
yet.
corn.
Then maybe take some questions if there's leftover time.
Sure, we can do some questions later on too. If you guys have questions, you can start submitting those down in the bottom left of the chat. Should have a little token, blind wave points token thing. You can buy questions there.
Do you
Hopefully
have
we'll
the
get to
video
it.
ready?
Oh, you want the video?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, what day was it? Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday we released a video on our Twitter, which was this here, where Eric was just enjoying his lunch.
Yep.
You know the average person leaves like 55 kernels on their corn of the cob thinking they're done?
55.
That's a lot.
Huh.
Here's mine, the whole tip.
Dang, yours is like almost 100.
I left the whole tip there.
Well,
Kind of looks like a. Never mind.
I
I'm gonna put that down.
figured.
Call
Yeah.
that second breakfast.
So we released this on Twitter,
Yep.
Yeah.
Second harvest.
and this was the hint for the hint hunt to begin, for you guys to figure out what was the winner of the poll.
Yes.
Well, it started on Friday.
Well, Rick came over to me on Friday, right?
Well, yeah. So Friday came, and I was like, well, I think you or Eric asked, like, so what about the next hint? It's like, I don't know. Berserk's ending. I don't feel like doing a hint. Why should I do a hint?
Like it's too late now.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah. No, I remember you came over to me, and I think I said something about the hint or something like that, and you were like, Aaron, I don't know. I don't have one. I got nothing. I don't know what to do.
Do we have to just have me like this?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm just okay. Just the whole time we're talking, then it's just gonna be me eating like this.
I don't think the
This is
problem.
terrible.
I like it.
I don't understand.
All right.
But yeah, so we were talking. I was like, well, Rick, I had this idea, which I brought up, I think, last time for Berserk or something like that. And while we tossed around the idea and stuff too, we like just kind of kept snowballing, like I don't know, brainstorming, snowballing ideas off of like what was growing and what we wanted. And we came up with this, and then yeah, Rick on Friday spent time working on it to finish off the last parts that we needed to figure out these pops. There's lots of pops on this video.
There's a
There
lot
are
of pops.
There's quite a few.
a lot of
Like,
pops.
how many pops are here, Rick? Like, I mean, like
32.
32 pops.
Right?
32 pops sitting here on this table.
Well, 32 pops that are important.
Yeah.
32
Anyway.
important pops.
So you're saying you had to spend a long time finding specific pops?
I had to spend a long time finding specific pops.
Because we have a lot of pops.
And we
so
do.
Much so that you were like, we're bound to have these numbers.
Well, yeah, and they are organized well, but not in the manner I needed them to be. Because I needed to find specific numbered pops.
Sure.
And we have them like grouped by series and by like
Franchise.
Star Wars over here, you know,
Marvel, DC, over here
Marvel
and
stuff over here, but like that doesn't help me.
I love that we were like, you know what? We could use pops for this. And you're like, can we? And I'm looking at them like, look at this. Here's this number. It could work, Rick. And I'm like, I guess. And they were like, yeah, all right. And it's like I convinced you, like, I guess this can work. So you were just looking, trying to figure out what numbers you needed and if we had those pops at all.
Yeah.
I remember at one point I got a text from you that was like, I still need either this guy or this guy. I need one of these. I'm sure we have one of these two.
Yeah, because at a certain point, like I was just looking at the numbers, you know, going through them all, and like I had my list of like, well, it could be this number in this group, or it could be this number in this group, or it could be this number in this group, or it could be this number in this group, sort of thing. And so like I was able to find the numbers and get them, but once I started running out of numbers, the possibilities became much less varied.
Yeah.
So I was Googling like, okay, what is pop number 116?
Yep.
And like of all the different groups of pops they have, like what's every 116? Okay, I'm pretty sure we have that pop.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go look over here until I find that pop, and hopefully it's 116.
I really wish we found a way to make this loop.
Well, you broke it. It's almost impossible to
I
make it
know.
loop. So, all right. So how do we want to go through with this? Should we first start with like what is important in this video?
Sure. So, well, the first thing is the fact that it's a video,
Yes.
right? So that is an important clue in and of itself, because you should be looking for a video to help you solve this clue, or
It's
a
a
series of
video.
videos,
Usually we do like pictures and text and stuff like that, right?
or video games.
Video games.
But
You
yes,
said? Video games.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we did a video game. That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It was a video game.
So the fact that it's a video, you need to be searching for videos.
You need to look for videos.
Yep. The
Okay.
clock is to tell you that you need to be thinking about time stamps. In
A
particular.
specific time, like on the clock?
Well, the actual time on the clock doesn't matter.
The time on the clock's irrelevant.
Yeah, because that's just the time when that clock died,
If you notice, the
and
clock,
it's died for like 2 years.
the clock is sitting behind Eric.
So you mean the clock
and
back-
it hasn't changed.
Huh. That's interesting. So that clock doesn't even work.
No,
No, it's actually a dead clock.
it hasn't worked for years.
Yeah.
It's just
Years.
It's been sitting in the corner.
Remember the other day I walked by it, and it happened to be the time that it was stuck on for years. And I saw it, and I was like, holy shit, the clock started working. And you're like, no, it's just that time. I'm like, oh. That was like last week.
so, like, I only added the clock the last minute, because the first thing we did was we took a picture, and then we were like, we should do a video. And hey, I have an idea. To help them out,
I'm gonna put the clock back.
I'm going to put the clock back
to
here.
make them start thinking about time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently that did not help.
But apparently they took
as
it
much as
they
I
took,
thought
they
it
took
was
the
going
hint, and they were
to.
like, look, a clock back there. Then they also, I do know that they wanted a picture. Like, what time is it on there?
I know. We were trying to like, well, it's out of focus. Like, just think about time, but you don't need to worry about the exact time on that clock.
So then we took a picture of Rick holding the clock, and we're like, well, since they're worried about what's in the background, Eric, hold the corn in the background of this picture.
Yeah.
And then you did. And also with that, I said, hold this red egg
I was like, okay,
as a red herring.
it's a red herring.
Yeah, if I had felt that it was necessary to see the clock close up, like we would have posted that picture on Twitter, or it would have been very clear in the video itself. So yeah, you're supposed to think of videos, you're supposed to think of time, and the thing that the people did not catch up on, which we thought they would get immediately.
Immediately, like you guys were literally before we started this, you're like, I think they're gonna get it.
Well, Rick and I were like, this clue is
It's
probably
too
the
easy.
easiest clue we've had.
Yeah.
I think that people are going to figure this out.
Was Eric eating corn on the cob?
I can't believe people thought like, no, they're trying to distract us. That's irrelevant.
I can't
Like,
believe
I
they thought
committed
that
to
was
eating that corn
the red herring.
like a animal.
They did. Like, it was so funny reading through and then being like, talking about everything but the corn. They didn't care about the corn. So much
They
so
were like,
that
the corn doesn't matter. I'm like,
so much so that like Rick had an extra tweet about it.
he did.
I had an
You
extra
did a
tweet about it. I also tweeted before both of those how much I enjoyed the Mortal Kombat theme song.
Yeah.
Mortal. Yeah.
Which I was hoping maybe that would help give it a
Yeah,
little
I know.
hint towards something, you know?
And so the last thing I did was I took Aaron Yeager out of the background
Oh.
in order to reveal and make your eyes focus on the fact that there are letters, and there are letters assigned to us
Sure.
in the background.
Oh,
Yep.
but Rick, didn't you also remove Grogu?
No?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
No.
They're
yeah.
like, Grogu's missing. I'm like, what are they talking
Grogu's
about?
been on Mjolnir for a
Like,
while now.
Grogu's sitting on the hammer, but
Mjolnir's
he's like
behind.
he's
we
behind
never
Pops.
touched him. He's still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
Just because the pops are there doesn't mean that he has moved.
So a while back, a wave rider named Cobb did some videos of us
Yeah.
that we really enjoyed.
Like corn?
He did like corn cob,
Uh-huh.
like corn
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
cob.
Corn on the
Cob.
cob.
Huh.
Yeah.
Of-
It starts with a K though.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
so it's more
yeah.
like the Mortal Kombat universe where they don't have C's, they just have K's.
Does
Right.
It's true.
That. Okay.
So
I get
that.
that.
That makes sense, right?
Of
guys
each of
get
us
that, right?
saying the alphabet.
He's done a lot of compilation videos of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he has.
When you told me that this was what this was, I'm like, so you want me to eat this corn on the cob? I'm like, they're gonna get that immediately.
I know.
Right? Like I know not everyone, not all of the Wave Riders know of
No,
Cobb, but
no.
I was like, he's known in the Discord channel.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna figure out it's about Cobb. Because
Yeah.
what else when I see corn on the cob in Blind Wave, I'm thinking of Cobb.
Cob.
Yeah, me too.
It's
That's the first thing I think
It's not
of.
that hard of a connection, I don't
I
think,
know, it's-
in my mind. But
No.
maybe, I don't know, maybe it is.
So there's a video series of each of us saying the alphabet,
Yes, there is.
which he cut together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
There's also 4
That's
piles.
a lot of letters, though.
It's a lot of
It's
letters.
quite a few. That's like 26 times 4. That's like 104 letters. What are you going to do with all those?
Well, so once people know that that's where they need to look,
Mm-hmm.
that's why our pops are on the table. Because those are the different groupings of, okay, you need to look in Eric's video
Yep.
Gotcha.
for the pops that are in Eric's pile.
So all 36 pops on this table are important because there's our pops that tell you what videos to look at.
Yep.
So does that mean what's the other pops for?
Well, the other pops are timestamps in seconds.
Seconds.
Yep.
So like 58 would be for 58 seconds.
Yep.
116 would be a minute and 16 seconds.
No,
No.
that's not how that works.
Ah.
That's not how math works.
It's funny. Someone talked about, like, could it be Cobb? I think it was like this morning. Like, no, they wouldn't do that. I was like, Rick used milk.com.
Yeah.
You don't think we might use something that's, like, completely directly related to us?
Yeah, I've got some pretty good screenshots of Discord messages.
Yeah, gotcha.
I keep and treasure.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, once you have that, you basically have it.
You have a lot
Sure.
of letters.
Yeah, you have a lot of letters, but
I think I saw like someone who had posted like, here's every pop and the letter it's associated with. They're like, I'm not sure about these like 4.
Sure.
And I'm like, damn, they're almost there. They're gonna get this.
Yep.
the only thing that guy or girl got wrong was
It was House Heisenberg.
okay. They included our pops, which is fine, and I think that even if you did include our letters, you could still get it by process of elimination.
Yeah.
But misconstrued the BB-8 pop.
Because a lot of pops have multiples of different ones.
Yeah, BB-8 has a lot of pops. You have to find the right one.
This BB-8 pop has his like flame thumb up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's not 116, which was the bane of my existence, trying to find number
You
116.
couldn't find 116.
No. I searched for like half an hour. It was already like 11 o'clock.
And I think Calvin searched for like 1 minute and found it.
Yeah.
You did.
It was behind one pop in the front row.
It's right here. Yes.
But yeah, you get a bunch of letters, and you can descramble those letters to get some names.
Oh, names. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get some birds like Robin
Oh,
and Raven.
Raven.
Yeah. And then you get Beast Boy.
Oh, Beast Boy. He can probably turn into a bird.
He can.
Oh.
And then Starfire
Oh, Starfire.
I
That's
like
not a
Starfire.
bird.
and Cyborg.
Cyborg. I know those names.
That's definitely not a bird.
Those sound like DC characters.
They do.
So the Batman animated series one.
Batman!
No.
No.
That's not right.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans won the poll.
Teen
Western
Titans
animation.
wins.
Rick,
Oh, man.
why did we have... Do you know why we had these opened pops on the top?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I could not find the box for Jon Snow.
We opened that a long time ago.
Yeah,
Jon Snow's box was missing.
he was like my number 7.
So I tried to find ones that were fairly recognizable to put on the top to match with the one stack. So really them not being in a box just added to figuring out what number they were. But it really didn't have any relevance to them being anything. That's just what they had to be.
Yeah. So yeah.
It was interesting, like, because like I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, Cobb. If they think of time and they can relate this to those Cobb videos, and if they're I like that you like think about letters. Those letters are up there. Think about those letters.
Yep.
What does that mean? We each have a letter.
Yeah,
You know?
I think they would have gotten it by the end of the day.
They were really close.
They were getting close.
Very much so. House Heisenberg was very close to it.
Yeah.
There's so many times too when someone mentioned like, should we take? Did we ever look at these Cobb videos? What's that? It's like, no, that's not related.
None of them are 2 minutes and 48 seconds long.
That was the one. There were so many things that they were like so hooked on, like this must be important, that they just kind of like threw things out the window for a few.
Got
things.
swept down the river.
So, Teen Titans is the winner, and yeah, now it will be not out tomorrow.
No.
We still have Berserk coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tomorrow in early access, there'll be the first episode of Berserk. Next week will be the bloopers of Berserk. And that'll be the final thing of Berserk we watch, and that will have next week. Teen Titans will have its first episode up on YouTube and up to 4 episodes on Patreon. Though we do mess around with the order in which we're watching Teen Titans. So the first thing that we're actually watching is going to be it's like a origin episode that almost all the lists recommend you watch that one first.
Like
and
a
then we
prequel
mess around with the
story.
order. But we have good reasons for why we do it. But all of that messiness of moving things around is all solved in the first week if you have early access. You can watch them all.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was amazed that it took them. Wow, that they didn't get it.
I was pretty shocked too.
I really thought like the corn on the Cobb thing, like they were gonna be on the Cobb video things like right away, and then I'm like, okay, it's just a matter of time until they get it once they get to there, you know?
Yeah.
I committed. I ripped that Cobb in half. Like there's a Cobb here. Pay attention. See Cobb.
I saw so many people being like, he breaks it in half like a madman. What does it mean? Is that a hint? Maybe we take 248 and divide it by 2.
I was like, all right, I'm being asked to do this. Then
He
I'm gonna make this the most glaringly obvious thing. I'm eating it this way. I'm eating it this way. I'm ripping it in half. Pay attention to me. And like the first 2 days, no one gave a shit about me eating corn.
Yeah.
Me handing you that corn is going to be one of my favorite moments in Blind Wave.
No, I love like they were like, Eric grunted 10 times in the video. Maybe that means I'm like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, they counted the grunts and like this has to mean something.
It's crazy because like a lot of like the red herrings weren't even like there were things we did that we were trying to help hint towards one thing, but they just took another way.
Yeah.
And they weren't necessarily the only red herring I added in was the egg. To be like, you guys want this clock? That's a red herring.
Yeah.
The corn. Look at the corn.
Taking a picture with the clock was just trolling, really.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It's like, I mean, if you want it, sure. I guess.
You guys asked for
It
it.
really doesn't affect anything if you want to look at the
Oh
clock.
yeah.
Yeah. It got to the point where like Rick, you tweeted like corn on the cob, and you spelled it Cobb and Cobb.
I did.
No one's like, doesn't matter.
Yep. We had
corn.
corn. Unrelated, Melanie made corn yesterday for dinner, and my
Yeah.
thing was like, my wife made food. It's so good. I haven't had corn on the cob for a while, and Cobb had a capital C.
Yep.
And like maybe people see capital C, they'll think of Cobb. You know, I don't know, but so close. But now I kind of like that corn has become the new milk. I saw a picture.
Corn, bucket, and milk.
I saw a picture that was of Rick. It was like a cornfield.
Oh, podcast suggestion.
If you have it,
It might be in podcast suggestions.
Yeah,
I can
it's in
look and
there.
see
I can-
if it's there.
I
Let
can
me,
show-
Let me find.
we'll have to get away from Eric eating this corn, but
Aw.
I guess if it's in podcast suggestions, it's a good place to look.
Oh, where are you looking?
I was in the hint hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Let me open this original.
It's such a great expression.
Look at this.
Ah, so good.
I just love this madman in this cornfield. No, it was so fun because like I had the idea before. Is like, what if we use Cobb's like alphabet video and they had to like get to that and they get letters and they can figure something out from there, you know? And I think I mentioned that for the Berserk one.
Yeah.
And then you end up going with something else. And then I was like, this time I was like, well, yeah, I still have that Cobb idea. And like, well, how do we get to that? And we started just trying to toss out ideas of like, how do we get to the Cobb video?
And of course, you guys landed on. While I wasn't here,
Yes.
Eric eats corn on the cob.
Well, at first, yeah,
we said about having a
'cause-
picture of you.
Oh, okay.
But then it just became easier just to have you just sitting there eating corn at the desk.
yeah. So like, Aaron had that idea. I was like, okay, but like, where do we go from there?
I forget what other ideas we had trying to point them to that, and it was like that. It's just gonna be either A, it's gonna take a lot of time,
Yeah.
or B, it's just very convoluted and complicated. Like, what about pops? They all have numbers. What if every number could point them towards a letter? So it was good. I enjoyed. It's the first one in a while. I feel like sometimes you like ask questions of like, I forget what the one was when it was like I need a bunch of questions that you guys need to solve or that they need to solve, and we all like just came up with different questions and stuff. But like that's the first one in a while like being involved in like how does this work? And then whenever like Eric and Calvin like what the hell is what is this? How does this point to Teen Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, that morning I pulled in the parking lot, and the Baba pulled in right next to me. She said, "Oh, I have something for you," and she just handed me a pack of corn.
Like, give this to Rick.
Give this to Rick. I was like, "What? Why?"
What does this mean?
Like, he asked me, but like Rick and Maggie, they go grocery shopping. Why?
Like, you could have gotten corn.
He could have gotten corn, and then I hand it to Rick, and he does that to Eric. Like, cook this.
So yeah, it was fun creating this and
It was. Yeah,
like,
it was
knowing
fun.
the answer and knowing how it's supposed to work. Because sometimes like I don't fully get
Well,
the process and how
well,
it
yeah.
works.
Well, the thing is, like, sometimes the process is complicated.
Absolutely. Like these people have descrambled something. Like, there's no way they're gonna get that.
Yeah.
But like, it's so hard to like, because you're not trying to judge what's hard for one person. You're trying to judge what's hard for
A hive
100
mind.
people.
Yeah.
That are working together and bouncing ideas off each other. So whenever you did the corn on the cob thing, I was like, well, someone's definitely gonna get that in 3 minutes, right? Come on.
Yeah, like this had 2 steps.
Yeah.
Like you had to know, you had to watch the videos, and then you had to get the letters from the time, and then I guess technically you had to descramble them.
Yeah.
But they're so used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hardest part of this was figuring out what was the clue and how you got to it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what does all this mean? What do I do? Like, okay, Cobb videos. Which Cobb videos? Alphabet? Letters for the guys? Let's use that.
Sure.
Put these into there. Well, how do I know which stack to go with? Well,
Although-
that's Eric's stack. And not only did they each have, like, here's an Eric pop figure in the stack, they were, like, where Eric usually sits, where
Yeah.
Rick sits, Calvin, me.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
that way it's like, look, these are the guys'. They relate to those videos.
Mm-hmm.
And going through the Cobb videos was rough too, because I tried to. At first, in my Excel sheet for this, I made ranges of like, okay, when is the first frame from when a letter appears in Eric's video to the last frame before another letter appears?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can do it anywhere in that range, but I'm going to try to do it in the range where the actual letter shows up.
Gotcha.
But like, sometimes it will show up for one frame in a second, and then like it'll be there for most of the next second, sort of thing. So like slowing it down to 0.25 speed and like just jamming on the space bar, just trying to get to the very end of the second to see, is there any point in 29 seconds where I can see the letter C? There is. Okay. 29 seconds. So
funny.
it was fun.
Yeah. And what else is fun is Teen Titans, which is going to be starting next week.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
I've really enjoyed the intro.
Dude, that intro music is so good.
It's in my head all day.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Aaron was humming it before we started.
It's so,
And it's
so
still stuck in my
catchy.
head.
So catchy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely excited to watch through that.
Rick, this is probably a spoiler, but are you enjoying it more than Titans, the show?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, that's spoiler.
This means I'll be eating corn during every Teen Titans reaction.
Oh, I hope.
When was the last time we had Western animation win an animation poll?
Korra?
I was gonna say.
Was it Young Justice?
Young
Maybe.
Justice won.
Yeah, it won a
I'm
poll.
trying to remember when the last time that happened.
I'm trying to
I mean,
remember
which
which.
picked up
after
Western
I'm
animation?
trying to remember what animations we've had that have won.
Rick
a
and
poll.
Morty.
Rick and Morty won a poll too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's
and
probably
Morty.
that's probably the newest one then.
Maybe.
It was
It's
Rick
probably
and
Rick
Morty.
and Morty, I think.
Harley Quinn we chose to do. So that
Yeah,
one
that
didn't.
wasn't a poll show.
I was Young Justice won a poll. Rick and Morty won a poll. Korra won a poll. That's all I can remember. I think that won a poll as far as like animation that's not anime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the next poll will be when Hunter x Hunter ends. For animation, anyway.
Yeah, which is, what, 20 more weeks or
Too
so?
soon.
It's too soon, man.
To start working on the next poll.
Fuck, I don't want to not listen to the Hunter x Hunter opening.
See what other
Too soon.
food items we can mix with milk and corn.
Gotta do my face, you know?
I saw all kinds of corn stuff. It was just so funny.
Well, because the tweet that you were talking about that I posted was relating to like this professor, mathematician. He noticed that there was a correlation between how people ate corn versus the style of mathematics that they preferred, whether it was analytical or algebraic.
Yeah.
And so I just happened upon that article.
Yeah.
And like I read it. I didn't think anything about it. And then they were struggling so much. I was like, oh, I'll post about this article.
Yeah.
But like someone in Discord was like going into it and like
What
the
did you
last
say,
comment was left by
2:48?
unknown on April 28th, which is the same number as the clock.
It's the
Yeah,
clock.
it's got
They found
428,
so many
248.
clocks.
Oh my gosh.
We weren't even going to have that clock in there. It's like, well, they'll think about
It was
time.
literally the last minute.
It was the last
Yeah.
second edition. And they focused on the clock so much.
That was really fun.
I did say too, like it's so much fun to watch from this side, and I understand like people like they get satisfaction when they get they beat it whatever, but I think we need to like hold a contest where we like tell one person like what won and how the hint hunt works, so they can experience what we experience. It's kind of fun.
Sure.
Because we need to hold contests.
It is fun.
there's, always,
whoever-
there's also the
It
line
should be
too.
House Heisenberg. You got the closest.
There's that line too of like being like, should they get another hint?
Yeah.
Like, do they need a clue?
Sure.
Are they on the right track? And like, they kept going back. Like, they're so close to it. Like, if they can just focus on Cobb, they will get it. I know they will, because there's
Yeah.
not that many videos that they have to go through that's blind
Wow.
Cobb related. Like.
House Heisenberg. I accept your offer. Also, I always see House Heisenberg and all the Schmodown stuff, so I always appreciate him.
Nice.
Oh man. So yeah, it was
Accept your
fun.
offer.
Dude, they got hooked on. There was so many times that they're like, the corn code. I'm like, what the hell's the corn code?
What is the corn code?
What is that?
Yeah.
Well, it's great too because I learned so much from these.
I know, and you can use
Yeah,
them
it's
later.
true.
Yeah.
Like someone does like
10 years down
trivia
the line.
research for me, and then just gives me all the corn notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Rick and I were talking about it. It's like, it's gonna be so fun just looking at Eric and be like, all right, Eric, ready for the hint hunt? Cool. Well, what are we doing? It's like, we need you to eat this corn. And that's exactly what he's like. I need to eat this corn. And you're just like, huh?
Josh just gifted a sub to House Heisenberg. Nice.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
But yeah, if your favorite didn't win, there's always next time, and be
Yep.
happy for the fans of the show that won.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we've added Western animation on our own, but we haven't done a poll winner in a long time, so. Anyway, yeah. We'll have another one coming up soon. What else? I just keep thinking of the Teen Titans intro.
Yeah.
Teen
Titans.
Man, that was great, Eric.
I know, it was pretty good.
You guys said it at the same time?
Yeah.
I can get to some questions.
Sure,
Yeah,
we
let's
can
do
get
some
some
questions.
about whatever, I suppose. Take the pick
Alright.
of Rick down. It's
Oh,
mocking us.
And we should say, too,
Oh, okay.
though we have said it before, this is the first time they lost a hint hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, did you want me to just keep it on that?
I took it back to Eric mocking them.
Of course. So watch me eat corn. This is The collective Blind Wave fan base realizes that they failed the hen hunt, and they can't punish us with exercises.
Yeah.
That was like the punishment of not. Like usually it's like we won, we figured it out.
And we'll accept
exercises on.
But nope, you didn't win, so you don't get exercises.
And there's been times too when they're not sure on what the answer is and everything, but like they were getting this time they had no idea. They're like it could be. People were just tossing out. It could be anything. I did like the one was like they moved the Titan. Maybe it's Teen Titans. But then there's also saw one where like they were connecting like what characters were on these and like trying to draw like letters on the boxes and stuff too. Like someone tried to write UU on there. Like guys, I found the clue. Like that's what is this? I don't know if it was like a joke one, but I saw other people like trying to draw letters like connecting this number to this number to this number. It's like
I think Aiden has the right idea. The chat should do exercises.
I love seeing the creativity of the solution.
Absolutely.
Like I feel like through our training of our Discord, like we can start putting real world or scientific problems in there.
Yeah.
And they will get solved.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like think tank.
It is. All right. First one I have is from Bubba Skywalker. Aaron, I noticed you had a blue Blind Wave water bottle. New merch? I need more Blind Wave merch.
more Blind Wave merch. Sorry, I was reading someone messaging.
Water bottle.
Oh, this. I was just drinking with it. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little water bottle. Maybe
Thing's cold.
Indeed.
Keep your eye out for cool new Blind Wave merch.
Is that stainless?
The inside, I guess, is.
Yeah.
The outside is blue.
Is it vacuum insulated?
It is. It's kept my, like, usually my Monster, like when I have a Monster, it's cold, like, during the, or warm during the reaction.
Yeah.
Like, it's cold in the beginning and it gets warmed up. This
Yeah.
one, like, it kept it cold, like, 2 reactions, whatever. I mean, by that time it was gone, so it probably would have lasted longer, but this is still cold now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from the fridge, and it's nice. But this one is, like, not so cold.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keep your eye out for
Yeah.
new stuff.
But if things are available, we will also have announcements for that, too.
That would be great if someone suggested in the chat, Auto Mob, we should get one of those water bottles and make it like a yellow orange, but with like little cells in it to make it look like a corn cob.
A corn cob water bottle?
Yeah, that would be great.
Tracer James, have you guys heard about the CW making a 1-hour animated Bebo Christmas special?
Yes, we talk about that at the beginning of our Flash reaction if you want to hear more thoughts on it.
Tiom just asks, why?
I don't know. Sometimes we just need to have something different in the day.
Mitri, favorite protagonist in anime or manga?
Ooh, favorite protagonist.
Protagonist, guts. Guts.
Man, I don't know. There's lots of anime. Like, I don't know if I can pick one. It's like trying to, like, pick a favorite TV show character. I'm like, I don't know. There's so many TV shows I like.
I mean, there's so many shows I like, but not all for, like, you know, like, what hinges on the protagonist that makes him my favorite? It might be Okabe. That really hinges on him, I feel like.
Yeah, he's probably in my top 5.
Like, I love Goku, but, like, I love a lot about that show, you know? But,
Sure.
like, yeah, I love Simon, but there's a lot I love about that show.
Simone,
yeah.
okay.
I was thinking Edward Elric.
Yeah.
Edward's great.
Yep.
There's so many great ones. If you
Or
could
Gon.
have,
Gon's also good.
if you could have a spin-off of any show you've reacted to, not including Star Wars, and you chose. If you could have a spin-off from any show you've reacted to, not including Star Wars, what would you choose and which character would it follow? Like a spin-off show for a character, but not Star Wars.
Not a Star Wars character.
For movie or TV or anything.
It's something you've reacted to.
Spin-off.
Show you reacted to.
Something I've reacted to.
Yeah, a show we reacted to. I mean, I'm intrigued to see Better Call Saul. But that
Sure.
already exists.
But
But what doesn't exist? It's like, I need more of this person in particular. De Groot.
See, that they should just do they should just
bad.
move those characters into Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the spin-off series of
Oh,
it,
yeah.
right?
I would love that.
I
And
mean,
those writers, of
If
course.
we can call that a spin-off series,
Yeah.
I would want like the full version of Treasure Island portrayed by the same actors as Black Sails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I also,
exactly.
I almost don't
That'd be
want it
great.
if those writers don't go with there too. I need that creative team.
Those writers did a good job.
Gosh.
I mean, saying Marvel-wise, I don't know if it works. A lot of those characters still go on to other shows and stuff too.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, they were supposed
I
to do it, but
Just want Charlie Cox and stuff like that back.
Yeah.
Only?
But that's not like a spin-off, you know?
I would go
that's just
like
continuous.
Ghost Rider.
In which
Maybe.
they were gonna do, but then
Yeah,
they
I
didn't,
know.
right? So
I can't think of anything specifically right now. I'm trying to think of I don't know.
Aethelwolf, is that the king?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whole 80s spinoff. Yeah, I would watch that
Oh, I don't know.
in the
Do you think-
80s
Oh,
when he was young.
yeah, I'd watch that.
Of course.
Let's do that.
That's a good one.
That'd be amazing. Feely Gumbo. Hey, Calvin, what did you think of Amazon buying MGM Studios? Now they own the Stargate franchise. Possible Stargate revival?
No, yeah. Super excited for the possibility of that. I saw that, and also like James Bond and a bunch of other franchises, properties, and stuff that they now own. Yeah, Stargate is one of my greatest loved shows
Yeah.
that we've only just barely dipped our toe in as far as reaction. I desperately want you guys to watch it as well. What?
Sorry. I don't know. It was the way you were saying it, and then when you said desperately, I jumped to Dumb and Dumber and finished a quote off in my head, and it was just funny.
I can't believe we still have this video up.
I can.
Oh,
Great.
it was on my
It's
screen
so
for this
good.
whole time. I've had it on for so long.
Yeah, how do you think we're streaming it?
I have to sit and stare at a big version of this, Eric. I love that people were also like, "What's his shirt? Maybe his shirt's important. What's it say, Survivor? Why does it say Survivor?" I mean, he could have not worn a shirt, I guess.
That would have been better. Honestly.
Max Mann asked this good one when we were talking about Robo War. Blonde Wave Crew, what movie you thought was great as a kid but now you think is terrible? Three Ninjas is a recent one for me, where I loved it so much as a kid, but going back and watching it,
Being older
it
is
was
definitely
tough.
not as good.
It was
I
tough.
agree. Honestly, more recently, the first Fast and Furious movie, I remember liking a lot more. And this time watching through it, I'm like, well, because I've watched through it, I think I still enjoy it. But
Yeah.
there's definitely elements of it where I'm like, what is going on? There's the NOS light speed kind of looking thing. It's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely not very.
I enjoyed it more this time than before.
Did you?
Yeah. Just because I just was watching it, it's kind of a bad movie.
Yeah, I get you. So yeah, I don't know.
As
Those
for
are the
others,
first few that come to mind.
Yeah.
There's definitely more. There's been some movies nowadays, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's my mood, but I'll put on sometimes, and I'll just be watching. The hard thing for me to find right now is a comedy.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to find a comedy that I actually just watch and enjoy and think is funny.
Aaron, let me recommend Seinfeld.
I've watched some Seinfeld, Rick. It's not funny.
One of the best comedy shows literally of all time.
But no, I don't know. I think the thing too is the ones I'm looking for also aren't huge ones that are supposed to be really good because either A, I've already seen them, or B, I better not watch those because
Have you seen Monk?
I might have to react to it. An episode or two.
Monk is pretty good. I really like
I like Monk.
it. It's slightly more serious than
Psych.
Psych, but
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing.
Oh, psych. But I guess everything you're referring to, those TV shows, which is good, but I guess I'm talking more of great comedy movies. I feel like
Movies.
is what I have trouble finding for sure.
Oh, okay.
So, and there's TV shows I watch too, and usually they're mixed with comedy and stuff too. But when you're trying to find a comedy, me and Melanie watched Get Hard, which is a Will Ferrell movie, but it was okay. It wasn't as funny as I was hoping it to be.
Sure.
It also had Will Ferrell, but I was watching it because Kevin Hart was in it.
Sure.
And there was a couple points I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny, but it wasn't as funny as like I had a lot more fun, and maybe it was because of like watching with you guys. But 21 Jump Street seemed much funnier.
Yeah.
than what Get Hard was.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
The also speaking of comedies, for anybody interested, the Friends reunion dropped today. So
Past tense. It is.
yeah, it's up right now.
dropped?
You can watch it. So if you were a Friends fan. Me and Jancy love to watch Friends like on the background and stuff, but she's home today. She wasn't able to come in, but
she's finished it already.
I you know, she was like, I won't watch until you get home. I'm like, okay, but you know, she loves it. She has to wait till I get home. You know,
She's gonna
We'll
watch
see.
through the window, see you pull in the driveway, and press play.
I'm gonna come in. She's like, I've watched it 14 times.
Yeah. No, I want to watch that too. It was good actually catching up and finishing that. I had a lot of fun watching that.
Yeah, hurry the fuck up and come home.
I know, right? I mean, like order a pizza and watch the Friends reunion. That's gonna be fun.
Sounds fun.
Or corn.
I mean, you
or
should
corn,
you
yeah.
should really cook a turkey though, right?
Because they do Thanksgiving episodes.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Nancy has it queued up. She says, "I only saw
Oh,
the
we could
intro."
have a Joey special. 2 pizzas.
2 pizzas. 2. There was this one, Rick, that I wanted to read.
Yeah.
It says, not a question, but
I
an
was
answer
gonna read that one
to
next,
a question. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to read it, or you want me to?
You can read it.
Not a question, but an answer to a question asked by you regarding another question or series of questions posed to you many moons ago. You once asked about the stakes, the carrot, or the stick. The answers are long lost treasure and your reputation. Cordially yours, the Blind Wave of Regulars.
You know what I thought about doing this time was I thought about posting their hints as the hints.
So that in order to
Forcing them to solve their own.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
I suggested that a while
That's
back.
amazing. Oh, why didn't you do that?
Make them solve their own puzzle.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's I was very close to doing it
Yeah.
because, like, what do you do?
I guess they could do it in their own server they have.
Choose to lose.
And just like give you the answer and be like, oh, damn it.
I know you know the answers, but like you get the next part of the puzzle, right? And so I give you the next part of your puzzle, but then the final part of the puzzle is my puzzle, and that gives you the
Gotcha.
show.
So they need to give you the answer, and only then do you release the next one.
Yep.
And you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, that is the answer. Gotcha. Yep, it's pretty foolproof, actually.
But no, it'll be fun going back to that.
Yep.
What do I have in mind?
Let's see. What else do we have? Eric, will you do a Berserk review after you're done with the manga, like talking with Rick about it, maybe?
I don't know so much a review. Maybe it could be like a podcast segment, maybe, or something. But yeah, we could do something like
Berserk
that.
spoiler podcast.
I need to go up and get volume 2. I haven't read it for a week.
Where's Volume 1?
My house.
Are you done with it?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
It's like a library. You got to bring that one back
Bring
first.
that one back. Trade them out.
And then you trade the other one in.
I want to at least look at the pictures.
Sure.
Why is Eric eating corn in the background?
I don't
Oh,
know.
he'll be doing that for a while.
Oh,
There's-
man.
You know, like every minute a new person shows up and they're like, what the fuck is going on? What show won?
What we should have done, Rick, is you should have shrunk this down and just put it in his box.
No!
And it just
don't.
looks like the whole time he's just sitting there just eating corn.
You're right. I should have. Darksaint Discord, what is your memory of the first time you tried alcohol?
Fell through a wall.
Spat it out.
I went over to Athens, OU, where my brother was.
You fell through
I'm not
a
accusing
wall.
him of giving me alcohol, because you shouldn't do that. But I was just leaning against a wall drunk, and I just fell through it. Very, very
The
thin,
wall
dry
gave
wall.
way
I think that's what happened.
to
but
Eric.
yeah.
the
He felt
wall.
bad because we were at, like, friends of his house,
Oh,
you know?
gosh.
So we had to
Just
go back over the next day and fix it.
fix it
Yeah.
with a hangover.
Yeah.
No, we used like the cheapest bush beer to kill slugs in our garden. And I was curious, so I asked my mom, I was like, you know, everybody always talks about how great this shit is. Can I take a sip? And she's like, yeah. I tasted it, and it tasted like liquefied grass. I spat it out.
Back into the
And
cup.
then No.
Oh, okay.
And then I proceeded to poison slugs with it
Yeah.
because I fully understood why.
Yes.
It killed them.
Gotcha.
All right.
Disgusting.
Man, I don't know what my first time was. I can't remember.
I think I tried wine at Olive Garden
Yeah.
once when I was, I don't know, like young teens,
Yeah.
maybe, or
Doesn't
something.
taste like grape juice.
Honestly, I think the first time was like a toast at a wedding or something.
Yeah.
Like they would give kids that.
I really don't remember my first time.
Yeah.
But I remember like 2 events young in my like in my life. One was just like it was like my birthday, and in the morning I had to get to like a band performance thing. So like all my buddies had been like drunk. I had to stop early on because I was gonna have to leave, but they were still drinking.
Yeah.
Well, it had iced up my driveway. So for me to get out, they're out there drunk trying to help push me up this hill. Like it's just a funny image in my head that I'll remember and stuff too of them like trying to help me and stuff
Drunk
too.
asses
Like,
slipping around and pushing
Yeah.
and stuff.
like that might have been the first time I tried anything too, because I remember them being drunk. They were all older too, because it was from like my work.
Gotcha.
But like, I just remember them mainly is the main thing with that. Not necessarily like me. It's not like a me drunk story. Like I didn't fall through a wall there. There's more them like slipping around on ice, but also being drunk, trying to help push me. They're like, "Here, we'll get you out of here, Aaron." I'm like, "All right, thank you." So
Teen Titans Go.
Absolute Zero. Remember you said you were playing 13 Sentinels, Rick? What's your thought? I think it's really an interesting way to tell the story. Yeah, I really love the way it is telling the story so far. I'm not really in love with the gameplay. It's like a weird strategy thing, but it's all very abstract. Like you're playing it all on a map, basically. But the story is like mechs fighting against aliens. So, like, what's happening is really cool, but you're really only just looking at a very abstract map of it. And it hasn't really been challenging at all so far. So it's kind of just an excuse to get you to the next piece of the story. But the story is really cool because you can... There are 13 characters. You don't have access to all 13 characters from the beginning. But you can choose which character to see which portion of the story. And, like, you'll get so far, and then you'll get locked out. And you'll have to either go to a next character or you'll have to go into the campaign and do some fights or stuff like that. But, like, you're seeing just little pieces from different perspectives. And it's really, really cool.
that's neat. It weaves a story in and out of different story perspective.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Robots fighting aliens. That sounds like the Robo Wars 2 plot.
There you go.
A little bit.
All right, Rick, we should probably get to the
Okay.
bits and donations and all that kind of stuff and read through those. I do know some people want to get to there's supposed to be a state of play. We're not going to be covering it. It's about Horizon. The new
Gotcha.
Horizon game coming out.
Okay.
None of us have played it,
None of us have played it. We don't want spoiled.
so we won't be
No one should watch it because they're going to be watching Rick.
covering that. But
Exactly.
True.
Rick
Yeah,
will
I'm
be
going into
streaming
Ghost
here
of
soon,
Tsushima
too.
right after.
Which, do I need to go over there and
I already turned it on.
well, do any setup or anything else?
Oh, it should only take me like a second.
Okay.
So it should be okay.
Rick, while you do that, I'll check for exercises.
All right. You do that. As I find the dashboard.
Hey, we don't have any exercises.
Oh, you're right. We don't. No one redeemed any.
How about that?
Yep, it's empty. All right.
We're going to have so many exercises later.
Carl resubscribed for 23 months. Thank you so much. Hilding 200 bits. Weekly loving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And he says, I don't know if I should read it or not. Fuck it. Terry effing Silver. Adrian Flipflops resubscribed for 9 months. Congrats on the baby.
Baby.
Tetsuo 24 months. Thank you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Pie 6 months. Why so much corn? Why indeed?
3.14.
I don't know, man.
Next time we'll have to use pie.
Ooh, we should do something especially tasty next
The
time.
fruit-filled cake.
Maybe bourbon. Dip 100 bits. Calvin, stop pooping.
That's my line.
Wait, that's from last time, Rick.
That's from 2 hours ago.
Is it?
That's what it says here.
Oh, his pooping thing was from like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Sonic one, I thought.
No,
All right.
right at the beginning of the stream, someone was like,
put in
Calvin,
a-
stop pooping.
Someone put in a stop pooping.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Moss Casa resubscribed for 8 months. 8 months. Woot.
Thank you, Moss.
Darkwing 14 months. Which Evie just started watching Darkwing Duck and is loving it so far.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck.
Thank you, Darkwing.
Get dangerous.
Agent J resubscribed for 31 months. Thank you very much.
Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
92 Chris Z 20 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Happy Dame, 23 months. Hi, Blind Wave. Thanks for keeping me sane throughout quarantine.
You're welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Semi Thunder, subscribe for the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike of Tanith, resubscribed for 3 months. Enjoy y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Al Hussein shared 250 bits. After so many polls, Jojo Rabbit is finally going to win a poll. The torment is over. Indeed. Jojo
Believe it will
reaction
win.
incoming. Y890 resubscribed for 5 months. If Berserk won, Trigun will get it eventually. Oh, Trigun is so
I
good.
hear a lot of good things about Trigun.
I do want to see it. I've seen the first episode and it was pretty cool.
3 guns.
Joker Jordan subscribed for the first time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
Greenton resubscribed for 32 months. Thanks for everything, you guys. Are a
Thank
great
you.
group of friends to have.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you.
Callum resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that a reference to Dragon Prince?
Index Sage, 100 bits. Hey, guys, how's it going? Eric and Rick, depending if has started or finished, the new Dragon Ball Super movie has been announced. Any ideas of which movie villains you would want brought back, or would you rather it be an original character?
Cell.
Okay.
Why not? Super Cell.
Long,
It works too well.
Dragon Ball Z a bridge
Perfect
cell.
Yeah. Sure.
Task Ultron,
He is for perfect.
11 months.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shannon Melissa, 50 bits. Been a while since I've watched a podcast, but for good reason. Beginning of this month, almost after a year of being unemployed, I was offered a job mid-interview. I'm now an adult support worker, helping adults with disabilities become as independent as possible. It's really hard, but so rewarding. It's been a hard road, but I'm finally earning again. Thank God.
Congratulations,
Well, congrats,
Shannon.
Shannon.
Good.
That's great. Happy for you.
Sounds awesome. Captain Cold, 10 bits. You guys contemplating what E3 will be like in the future? Wondering what you guys will do when you don't need to be apart from each other. Yeah, we talked about E3 and what that's going to maybe be like in the future a little earlier in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then Captain Cold with another 20 bits. Question for Rick. What's your favorite food to eat with chopsticks if you're able to use them? Probably sushi.
Cheese puffs.
Sushi is, if I have sushi, I want chopsticks.
Yeah.
There's like, I can eat Chinese food or like hibachi and stuff like that too with like,
Or ramen.
with forks and stuff. Yeah, like I don't have a problem with
see-
that. But if I had sushi, like I don't want to eat it with a fork. It feels weird. I don't know why.
I'll eat sushi with my hand,
That's my next
But-
step. If I don't have chopsticks, I grab it with my fingers.
but I definitely need chopsticks with ramen.
Like, with ramen?
Like a big, just a giant bowl of ramen. I just mix that shit up.
A fork works just fine for ramen.
For some reason,
Nah.
I'm with Calvin. For some reason,
it's
it just
gotta
tastes,
be
it tastes better.
chopsticks.
Just does.
It just tastes better.
It's the wood that makes it good.
He stole that from
fucking commercial.
who is it? Jay.
It's the wood that
JP
makes it
JP
good.
Morgan?
Man, I think
That
that's
it?
a
That's
regional thing.
J-
No one's gonna
JP
get that
Henry's.
great joke.
JP
Damn
Henry's.
JP Morgan is
JP Henry's.
is a
It's the wood.
a law firm, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's on the radio. Is that on the radio everywhere or just us?
No,
Probably
it's
just us.
us.
I don't think it's like the general. Call the general, say some time. I don't think it's that guy.
Mr. Stealthy Ninja resubscribed for 5 months. I'm late. Has the show been announced?
It
Yes,
has.
it has.
Yes,
Teen Titans.
and you're late.
G. Paul tipped $10. What's your all favorite cereal? Nothing beats Cinnamon Toast Crunch in my opinion. Right now, it's Life for me.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I think, is my favorite all time.
Life Cinnamon,
Yeah, right.
especially.
Cinnamon Life with
You
bananas.
may think
is
of
really good.
Bo Burnham being like, "Yeah, smashed up that cereal, got high on life." Like it was just like, I don't know. I like Captain Crunch a lot, but I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch too. Like I have some favorite cereals. I don't know if I have a favorite cereal.
Corn Pops. I love Corn Pops as well.
Corn Pops.
Yeah, Corn Pops. I've brought this up before. It's a real thing.
No, I know. It's okay. I just it's
Okay, I didn't demean your cereal.
I didn't know you were really liking it. I thought you were referencing corn and pops that you're staring at on the podcast right now.
No, I genuinely like Corn Pops.
Oh, all right. Corn Pops.
Shannon Melissa, 10 bits. Cannot believe it's been a year since the death of George Floyd. Has it been a year?
The 25th.
The anniversary, his family visited the White House.
Really?
Yep.
Crazy stuff. Rose and Milko cheered 5 bits. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jim Rink, 11 months. Guess it's that time of month again. Thanks again for providing quality entertainment over the past year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Almost a year. Thank you.
Josh gifted a sub. Thank you so much, Josh. Stormboy, resubscribed for 23 months. Hope you're all doing good. I am good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to continue to be good as I play Ghost of Tsushima right after this. Dip 100 bits. Oh, Rick, Teen Titans is going to make you hate Titans even more.
I don't know if that's possible.
No, like when I hate something, I hate it as much as it's possible to hate. I feel like I have no little amounts of hate.
Yep. I see that in you. We
No
were talking
hate
about the
is
other day. It's
small.
like, hey, did you see that Titans is going to be coming back this day? And you just see that face.
Captain Cold, 20 bits. Guess you can say it was super complicated.
Yeah, it was. With a K.
Rose and Milko back with 50 bits. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Escanor gifted 2 subs. Josh gifted 5 subs. Thank you both so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Pete Kachu resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Pikachu.
Josh gifted another sub.
Pikachu.
Escanor, 100 bits. Do a poll with only Samurai Champloo and Rurouni Kenshin. There's always next time, but Teen Titans is a good one.
Only those two?
Yeah.
So we'll just find out which one is liked more.
Pikachu with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
PvP Boss Matt, 10 months. Thank you.
Thank you, boss.
Dip, 100 bits.
False.
Didn't know you guys loved Corn on the Cob so much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting over it.
Step in, 200 bits. Hope your Thursdays...
It's going to be funny when Eric's like, I am never eating corn on the cob again.
Step in, 200 bits. Hope your Thursday's going well, guys. Haven't been able to attend your streams in a while. Now that classes are wrapping up, I'm hoping to catch more. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Steppen.
Thank you, Stephen.
Dip, 100 bits. Is anything going to replace Invincible? If it's not a poll show, then probably not.
I don't think we have any plans right now, but we also have a ton of stuff on Mondays already. Live shows, and I think Rick and Morty is going to be coming back.
Yeah.
So it's not like, we're starved for content.
Yeah, there's lots
I
of
would
stuff.
like a couple more hours in the day, honestly.
World will be with the last one, I think, 10 bits. You're streaming tonight, Rick. How late? I'm going to start right after, and then I don't know. I'll probably go until like 9 at least.
As long as it takes.
We'll see. And that's all I got.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So yeah, don't go anywhere. The stream will go down for 5 minutes at most, but we'll be right back with Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima. Alrighty. Well, I think then see you guys here in a little bit. I see that there's also Squatso for me, but Pong cheated, so I'm gonna redeem those.
And
take
ban
his
him.
bucks and he loses them
Yeah.
because he cheated.
And he's part of the group that lost.
He turned them on himself so he could redeem them and then turn them back off.
No, I'm kidding, Bong.
They're gone now. Teen Titans. You guys will see that next week.
Yeah.
So,
I think this is some type of metaphor for my life.
what is?
Just constantly eating corn that never goes away.
Never leaves.
I mean,
This
you
is
were, you were a farmer.
It's kind of like what Jesus did with the loaves and fishes.
It's true.
Except he'd fed other people.
Well, don't worry, Eric. We're about to end, and it's going to end right now.
No more corn.